I was introduced to wrestling at a very young age.
It's been my routine every single day. I wake up in the morning and I think about wrestling.
This is great opportunity for all the athletes and new blood and motivate us.
It's brought so many opportunities, but it's also helped me grow as a person.
But every great story begins the same way.
Someone believes.
Long before everyone else does.
Then belief becomes commitment.
Commitment becomes sacrifice.
And sacrifice becomes something the world can no longer ignore.
Welcome to RAF Cleveland, Ohio.
Bringing the entertainment side to such a humble sport is going to make this sport, it's going to bring it to a whole nother level.
I always liked freestyle wrestling, and when RAF started to do the big shows, and I said, why not, I can compete.
To see how well RAF has done, and they're approaching their first year, and we now have an international card, they have next gen, they have amazing opportunities coming out, and it's been especially such a big blessing for the wrestlers.
I've always wanted to be the greatest wrestler of all time, and that's inspiring to me. I want to do what God wants me to do.
Tonight, we show the world that year one was just the beginning.
Year two starts now.
It's a night of celebration as Real American Freestyle is back to where it all began, off the shores of Lake Erie in Cleveland, Ohio. RAF has taken the world's oldest and greatest sport to new heights. Welcome to our 1-year anniversary show. 3 championship matches, the RAF debut of Jordan Burroughs in Dvalishvili Cejudo 2. It's time to rock and roll here in the land. From inside Rocket Arena, RAF12 Cleveland starts right now here on Fox Nation. To kick things off, we send it for the first time to Mackenzie Mitchell.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 1-year anniversary of Real American Freestyle from right here in Cleveland, Ohio. Presenting colors today, the 9/10th Airlift Wing Base Honor Guard. And here to sing the national anthem, please welcome Alexis Wilkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? In the home of the
American. That's real American. Real American.
The following is set of 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Bantamweight Division. Introducing first, representing Japan, a 2024 Senior World Gold Medalist, Masanosuke Ono.
12 amazing matchups on this card. You talk about starting with desserts. Masanosuke Ono, one of the young global superstars in freestyle wrestling. The Japanese superstar, just 22 years old.
And his opponent from South Elgin, Illinois, a 2026 NCAA Division I finalist, Davino.
The Big Ten champion from Ohio State, 20 years old, Davino. Wrestled at RAF 11 in Milwaukee, back on the RAF stage for the second time. Davino and Ono. Chael, I mentioned it. Talk about starting with dessert first. What a matchup to kick things off here in Cleveland.
I can't believe these guys just walked out. This is I got to see a WrestleMania live with my son, and they started with a title match, and Sparks, I swear that's what we're watching right now.
Davino in Milwaukee against Arsen Haratunian was up 5-0. The 4-time world medalist Haratunian scored late to nip him 6-5. What do you expect here from Davino, Chael?
Well, Davino beat a world champion earlier this year named Blaze. I mean, it's not as though he's not ready for this competition, but I won't pretend that this isn't a step up. The buck stops with Ono. Last time I got to see him wrestle personally was against Spencer Lee. Ono came out on top, just for perspective.
That was back in February in 2025 at a Flow Wrestling Night in America event in Coralville, Iowa.
And Ono is amazing with those snap downs. He's got that technical precision. He is one of the electric rising talents in global wrestling.
In Real American Freestyle, 3 2-minute periods.
Good job. Nice job.
And Sparks, no grounded opponent. I'd like to mention that. So when we're in a position like that, if you get pushed out, you're giving up a point, and that is why it is Ono 1, Davino 0.
Down to 55 seconds, Ono burst onto the scene in 2024, won the world title. He beat the Olympic champion Ugaev of Russia 10-2, beat the returning world champion Vito Arusha 12-0 en route to that title. He outscored his opponents 55-2. Juliana, this is some kind of smoke.
Yes, it is. And like you said, it's amazing that we get to have this as our first opening bout, because this could have been a main event.
1-0 score, half a minute remaining. Our 1-year anniversary show. A packed house here inside Rocket Arena. Down to 20 seconds. Collar tie, able to clear that. Ono goes back to the collar tie. He's got the wrist of Davino.
Sparks, it's hard for me to watch this match and not think of our own Bo Bassett, who, by the way, just won a world championship about 3 hours ago. But as we foreshadowed to next year, Bo Bassett could be on the mat with either or both of these two.
Ono will take a 1-0 lead to the second period. Congratulations to Bo Bassett, a U20 world champion. He's on the RAF roster, as is Aiden Sinclair on the RAF roster.
Also, world champion. What were you naming Sinclair? You were calling him the something panda, or you were calling him the, what'd you call him?
The Red Panda.
The
but
Red Panda.
Speaking of world championships, you know who just won? Ono's little sister. Yesterday, Konami Ono had the cutest little after celebration dance I've ever seen. It was adorable. He comes from a family of killers, Ono.
Ono has Coach Sanderson and Jordan Conway in his corner. Cody Sanderson, second period. Half shot there by Davino.
He's got amazing snap downs, Ono.
Chael, he is so elusive. If you're Davino, how do you get to the legs of Ono?
Well, and that's what's so interesting. I mean, I got to tell you, Davino's already in this match. Quite frankly, he's got this score as close as Spitzer Lee had with 2 minutes in. Davino is a real competitor, and I did not understand that during the season. I kept hearing it, but I saw it when we got to the Big Tens. That's going to be one, again, a push-out. No grounded opponent.
Great job there using that underhook on the right side. He's great at taking territory on that mat, controlling the ties.
But Sparks, it's so hard to watch this from a freestyle perspective, which is how this is being contested. It's so hard to not think, what could be going on in a dual beat next year? What could be going on at the NCAA championships? By example, these guys are not going to see each other one and only time. This is not the only meeting between these two.
Davino had a 2-on-1.
But that snap down of Ono is
heavy
fast,
hands, right? Heavy
super
hands.
fast. Yes.
Ono training at the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club in State College, Pennsylvania. 55 seconds to go in the second period. Shot there by Davino once again. Aaron Seidel also winning a U20 world title for the United States. They locked up the team title.
Hey, Seidel made his path look easy, but it wasn't. He had 3 world medalists. He just happened to tech them all.
He's a hammer.
Dare I say the outstanding wrestler of Team USA thus far has been Seidel.
Another point for Ono as he stretches his lead to 3-0.
I'm not satisfied, Sparks. I will not be satisfied until one of these guys gets to the other's legs.
Short time in the second period.
Yes, I admit they're playing the strategy here, but I got to see it. One of these guys got to get to the other one's legs.
Well, and there was a lot of angry customers in Ben Davino's last match. They said that he got robbed because he was he was up, 5-0 in the first period, but then he didn't try to score after that. Now we're getting into the third period here, and still he's down 3-0. He's got to do something here.
Hey, can I name drop? I got a little text message going here with Pat Smith, and I'm trying to stir a little something up between him and Sean Gourmet. What do you think? And I got bubbles. He's not responding, but I got bubbles. I'll let you know how this goes.
Then you score. Pat Smith, the first 4-time NCAA champion from Oklahoma State. Sean Gourmet here tonight, the head coach of the Wolverines. Ben Davino down 3-0.
But he's not backing down. He's not fading yet.
The Big Ten champion with work to do. Davino, the Big Ten freshman of the year. He's down 3-0 to the 2024 world champion at the senior level and the U20 world champ.
I've seen it multiple times. Ben Davino getting stuck underneath that front head snap of Ono. He needs to wrestle out of that to get some of his own offense off.
Chael, his mat awareness is incredible.
That was
amazing.
amazing.
He knows exactly where he's at. He is so fluid. He's like a ninja.
And I got to give this to Ono as well. I mean, he doesn't have your typical square stance. He's not covering one leg with one hand. He's standing up a little bit. I feel like there's opportunity if Davino will fire some shots. Davino doesn't agree. Davino's not feeling whatever it is he's looking for. He's not finding it, but I wish that he would just go. That perfect shot isn't always there.
Start now, Ben. 4-0 as Ono has been able to control this match. All 4 of his points, single points.
But look how he just controls the center. I mean, he's not necessarily the bigger man, but he wrestles like he is. He's not necessarily the stronger man, but he wrestles like he is.
And
he
so
holds
composed.
position.
Exactly.
There's a low single, but defended by Ono.
Inside of a minute remaining. The first of 12 matches on this one-year anniversary show. Real American Freestyle. We are back in Cleveland.
All right, Davino's going for these legs now.
He's got a sprint. He's got 45 seconds to get some points on the board.
At this stage of the game, he really needs a 4-point move. If he was able to pull off that impossible task, he would win it on criteria.
But look at the patience of Ono. I mean, he's just standing his ground. He knows where he's at. I mean, it's a game of real estate at this point.
Putting on a clinic.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't have to beat anything but the clock right now.
So composed.
And what a great match for the first Open for our first year show. We get the dessert first, like you said,
First.
Shane.
I love it.
And it's Ono's debut. I mean, what a debut.
Hand down. Ready. Direction change.
Masanosuke Ono.
I'm impressed.
4-0, the final score as he knocks off Ben Davino here in Cleveland.
Doing the Conor McGregor.
A little bit of swagger. He's an awesome young man, super polite.
He's adapting well to the American culture.
And one heck of a wrestler.
After 3 periods and a final score of 4-0, your winner, Masanosuke Ono.
Masanosuke Ono, the Japanese star, now with Chael Sonnen.
Konnichiwa, young Ono. Welcome to Real American Freestyle. How did it feel?
Yeah, he was so good. I mean, I wanted more like score, like take hold, but I mean, I'm sorry.
Let me ask you one simple question, and we'll get you to the back. Who do you want to face next?
Next? Yeah, I want to do Higuchi from Japan. I mean, he's Olympic champ, and then, yeah, I mean, I want to do Higuchi.
That would be a great match. Young man, congratulations. Get in the back and get some rest. Give it up for Ono.
Ono would like a shot at his fellow countryman, Ray Higuchi, the Olympic champ. I'd love to see those two tangle. If you're new to wrestling or just want a refresher, scan the QR code for a quick RAF Rules 101 breakdown with Olympic wrestler Ben Askren and learn how the scoring works before the action starts. Coming up next, Tyron Woodley, a two-time All-American at Missouri. And Joaquin Buckley making his second appearance in RAF. He fell to Pat Downey.
The moment RAF became reality.
So I told Izzy about an idea about starting a wrestling league. He thought I was crazy. He said all wrestling dads are crazy.
The goal is to showcase the sport of wrestling and showcase these athletes and give them an unbelievable opportunity to be stars.
Then we called up Hulk and we started this league.
Wrestling legends Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff reuniting for a new kind of wrestling.
When Hulk called me, the very first conversation we had, Hulk called me home and said, "Brother, I got this thing I'm doing." You know?
We're going to go to all the major venues. Our first one is August 30th in Cleveland.
He was so passionate about Real American Freestyle, and Hulk always thought big.
Because Eric's so darn important to this venture, he knows how to deliver, produce, and make the fans care about these athletes.
Bubba, I've never seen anything like this. Look at this house. Look at this production. The Olympic Games don't look this nice. Welcome to RAF1 Cleveland, Ohio.
From top to bottom, the athletes, the production, the fans. Grateful's the only word I can come up with.
And the Real American Freestyle runs wild on you!
Cleveland, Ohio. RAF back to where it all began. It has been a dream. Taking the wrestling world by storm. Global events, of course. RAF Next Gen, a look at the future stars. Matt Side here inside Rocket Arena. I'm Shane Sparks. So glad to have you with us. Our one-year anniversary show. It has been phenomenal. A great night tonight. It is a packed house here inside Cleveland. A hotbed in this country for wrestling. Tonight, a huge night. 12 matches. We have 3 titles on the line. Salkazanov and Carr in the welterweight championship. Can't wait to watch Wick and Nolf go back at it again. They were here at RAF 1. It was Wick over Nolf. 10-8, Cejudo and Dvalishvili 2. They will have a tough act to follow from that matchup they had in Tbilisi, Georgia. It is always great to be joined by the two-time former UFC champion, Juliana Pena. Of course, the Division I All-American, the UFC Hall of Famer, the bad guy, Chael Sonnen. Let's start with Dvalishvili and Cejudo. You were there in Georgia. That was a night to remember. Wrestling one. I cannot wait to watch these two go at it again.
Absolutely. Merab captured lightning in a bottle, beating the Olympic gold medalist in his home country. I know what it's like being an 11-1 underdog when I won my title, and no one expected Merab to win. But now the stakes are even higher. There's a title on the line, and Henry is coming for this win more than anything, especially now that he's on his home turf.
Well, this is the biggest upset in wrestling history, dare I say in sport. I don't really remember something. When Jake Paul started boxing, I remember thinking when he was beating those boxers, that would never happen to us. Nobody will come over here, no matter what athlete you are, you'll never beat one of our champions unless you've done this your whole life. And then Merab did it. We need this. The wrestling community needs this rematch.
The wrestling world also needs some more. Jordan Burroughs, the Olympic champion, the 6-time world champion, one of the all-time greats, Jordan Burroughs, making his RAF debut tonight against Sean Brady.
Remember when Cael Sanderson stepped on the scales in 2011? You remember fantasizing that John Smith would do one more match? Because this is this generation's GOAT, and we didn't know we were going to get Burroughs again. We didn't know he was ever going to do this, but he's here tonight. And by the way, Sean Brady, that's a tough draw.
He shouldn't have called out Sean Brady, you guys, and I'm not just saying that. Sean Brady used to be a former auto mechanic. Then he turned into the #5 welterweight in the UFC. Then these BJJ guys started calling him out, and now the GOAT is calling him out. This guy is going to be changing your carburetor by day and putting you on your back at night. Do not challenge this man.
It's an amazing card here tonight in Cleveland, and with more on another featured matchup, let's send it to Abby Hornacek.
Yeah, that's right, Shane. Tonight, Bo Nickal makes his return to Real American Freestyle 1 year after RAF1 to prove that he's still elite in 2 different combat sports. Just to recap, RAF1, he decided to return to his roots of wrestling after spending years focusing on his UFC career. Then he came and he dominated Jacob Cardenas, 3-time All-American, to prove that he still can compete with the sport's best. Now 1 year later, Nickal returns fresh off a TKO victory in the UFC, and another star is waiting for him, Max McEnelly, the reigning NCAA champ, who will make his RAF debut at the same Rocket Arena right here where he captured that national championship. Now Max has the opportunity to defeat one of the most accomplished wrestlers of his generation, but you know what? He's gonna have to do his darn best, because Bo told us yesterday, hey, even though I've taken a break from wrestling, it does not mean that I'm not still the best in the world. So Shane, we'll see if he can prove that tonight.
Great stuff, Abby. Looking forward to watching those two guys collide in McEnelly and Nickal. Tyron Woodley and Joaquin Buckley. Woodley, the former UFC welterweight champ. Buckley, currently ranked 9th at the welterweight division in the UFC. Former MMA world champion Tyron Woodley looking to make a splash in his RAF debut as he takes it back to his roots.
Cleveland, how we feeling out there?
A lot of people know me for striking, actually, in the UFC. They know me for knockouts. They know me for just having great tactics and IQ. But what people forget is I started as a wrestler. I started as a wrestling coach for MMA, and I think they'll be surprised because they haven't seen me utilize those wrestling tools that often in mixed martial arts. Definitely, I was All-American, 2-time All-American from the University of Missouri. I won the first Big 12 title there. Feels great being wrestling again after being in combat sports for so long. I never thought the day would come when I throw a singlet back on, but RAF got it cracking over here. It's an exciting event to go to and watch and spectate, and you get to wrestle on a big platform and a big stage, so that's what I'm back for.
The following is scheduled for 3 periods and is at a catch weight of 195 pounds. Introducing first, from St. Louis, Missouri, he's the #9 ranked UFC welterweight contender in the world, Joaquin Buckley.
Joaquin Buckley wrestling on the RAF stage for the 2nd time. He fell to Pat Downey at RAF 3, 12-0. Joaquin Buckley, 32 years old, out of St. Louis, Missouri.
And his opponent, accompanying Tyrone Woodley, is recording artist Aaron Cole and Tyron's son, TJ Woodley.
From Ferguson, Missouri, here's Tyron Woodley. This matchup is brought to you by Brio, the official water partner of RAF. Get clean, refreshing water and ice on demand. Use code RAF20 for 20% off at briowater.com. Tyron Woodley, the chosen one, making his RAF debut on this Saturday night in Cleveland. Woodley beating Robbie Lawler in July of 2016 to win the welterweight championship in the UFC, 19-7 as a pro. And he's got the wrestling experience, Chael.
Yeah, he sure does. I saw him have a match. He lost the match, but it was a dogfight. It was 6-4 against Johnny Hendricks. Just for perspective, I mean, he was that good in his college days, but it's removed a little bit. Now, Buckley is not a lifelong wrestler, but a lot of people think he is, because when he did MMA, he was so wrestling heavy. I'm very interested in this. Youth has always proven to matter. Youth is the one thing Buckley has on his side.
Buckley, 32 years old. Woodley, 44 years old. Woodley, a two-time All-American for Brian Smith and the Tigers in Columbia and Missouri, won a Big 12 title for Missouri. Woodley leading it 1-0, was able to defend that straight-on double attack by Buckley and gets the step-out point.
And Joaquin just looks physically bigger, does he not?
Yeah, and Woodley's feet, by the way, I've noticed this myself as I got older and I try to wrestle. I've been around with my son. Your feet are just heavy. It's hard to move your feet. As I'm watching Woodley in this stance, he hadn't wrestled in a while, and I can see a little of that rust.
Yeah, but he did say that he was going to use his jiu-jitsu, his striking angles in order to be the complete wrestler tonight, and I think that that's kind of what you're seeing. He's trying to use all of those combat sports and put them together for tonight, because it has been 16 years since he's competed on a wrestling mat.
Buckley's on the shot clock. 30 seconds to score. Now he's down to 15 seconds.
No. Oh, I don't think so. He stepped out. It was 4. I thought he stepped out before he went down. They called it
4. Confirmed feet to back for Buckley. And he is up 4-1. That is a big move for Joaquin Buckley. A better start for him tonight in comparison to that matchup with Downey at RAF3.
Well, it was a good little shot. I mean, it was straight on. He changed elevation. He penetrated. He took him right off his feet. That's 4.
Back center.
We have a mat official, a mat judge, and a mat chairman. 2 of the 3 must agree to confirm the scoring sequence.
Woodley is already booked for his next match. He's going to be taking on Chimaev in Moscow. Just to remind you, so you know, this match represents
for Joaquin Buckley with 2 big 4-point moves. Highlight reel toss from Buckley.
That took courage. That took courage to step in. If that doesn't go your way, you look like a fool and you're the one giving up points. Big courage comes with a big reward. Buckley is up 8-1 on the former UFC champion.
And Ben Askren made a big speech in Milwaukee that fired Tyron up and said, listen, if he can go out there with a double lung transplant, I'm going to get back on that wrestling mat. And I think that motivated him to lose 20 pounds in order to take this match.
There's that straight on double. Able to score his first 4 points, feet to back. And this was a big time toss from Buckley. Had that arm trapped. Buckley, 21-8 pro record inside the octagon. Some RAF ties. He beat Colby Covington in the cage. Lost to Sean Brady this past May. We'll, of course, see Brady against Jordan Burroughs. Here we go. Of course, one thing we know, Chael, in freestyle wrestling, you are never safe.
All right, we got a little thumb to the eye. No, you're never safe, and it's also interesting. Where would Tyron like to see this match? Would he like to be in the open? Would he like to be tied up? He's experienced both, and, you know, again, that little bit of a rust is there.
You know what I would like? You know what I know he would like? His opponent to make weight. Joaquin Buckley was 7 pounds over today.
Hey, and I can see it, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. I tried to say that he's a lot physically bigger, but he's not just physically to the eye. He was 7 pounds over on the scale tonight.
This is a catch weight of 195 pounds. Goes in for that straight-on double once again. Neutralized by the underhooks of Woodley.
Little pressure, and I think Woodley can push him out here.
Push him, Woodley, push him.
Question is Woodley patient enough to come back one at a time?
There's another point, 8-2.
I think so. He's still got a lot of time left in the second period and the whole third period.
Long way to go. 1:10 remaining, second period. It's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Let's move those feet.
60 seconds to go in this second period.
You remember Kyle Snyder being down by 6 and finding a way back, but he did it 1 point at a time, and I only point that out because mentally that's a challenge. Right now, T. Wood's mind is playing tricks on him. He would like to get the big 4-point move. He would like to put him on his back and pin him. Does he have the discipline? 1 point at a time. Here, he can push him out here. Here's another one, a little push. He's got it. At least one.
Has that front headlock near the edge. He gets another one, and slowly, Woodley inching his way back into this match. Now just a 5-point lead, 8-3.
I'm happy for him. He's not just laying over and letting Buckley steamroll him. He's fighting back. I love that for him.
Oh, Buckley's not sure. His mind's playing the same games. Hey, how much do I want to engage? Should I make this guy come to me?
Guys wrestling ear to ear, collar ties. Now they clear. Down to 10 seconds. Will somebody have the courage late?
Nice job by Tyron
Woodley. And now he's looking for a turn on the edge in the final second. And he's got it.
Yes.
Talk about short time scoring. 4-point score by Tyron Woodley in the final seconds of the second period. We got ourselves a dogfight to the third.
That's a big deal right there. Just to remind you, in Tyron's heyday, he was doing collegiate. He wasn't working on parterre. He wasn't gut-wrenching people. That might be one of the first gut wrenches he's ever scored with, and he got it at the right time. He needed those 2 points.
Fantastic transition wrestling there from Woodley.
Little battle of strength right there.
Gets another push-out point on this sequence. But this was big. Nice throw by, and then right into that gut wrench in the final seconds of the second period. Short time scoring.
That's that chain wrestling, and that's something you lose with time. I mean, that was really a very athletic thing that T. Wood just did.
I think he needed to feel that in the first period. He needed to feel Buckley's shot, and then once he got the timing of it, he was able to just throw it by.
This was once 8-1 in favor of Buckley. Woodley has come back to make it a 1-point match as the crowd is alive here inside the arena. Buckley trying to measure up Woodley.
My advice to Buckley, Sparks, if I was in his court, make him come to you. No more taking the action to him and giving up points. Make him come to you. Can T. Wood change elevation and penetrate to those legs? We haven't seen that yet.
Slide by there from Buckley.
Both these boys from St. Louis. Joaquin Buckley looking up to Tyron when he won his world title against Robbie Lawler. He said it's awesome to be able to go and compete against your former heroes.
I love watching these legends compete. Straight on shot once again.
Ooh, and a re-attack from
He doesn't know where he is. He needs to circle right here. Buckley's got the circle. He's going to give him one.
He's got the push.
And Woodley gets that step-out point, and he leads it, scoring that last point, 8-8.
He's going to win on criteria, Shane.
Still a long way to go, 54 seconds. But Woodley has been savvy, the veteran.
He's got to hold him.
So now if you are Buckley, you trail. You got to get to your offense, and Woodley's been really good.
And I will just tell you, watching Tyron come back does make the Chimaev proposition a little more interesting, doesn't it?
It does.
That'll be in Moscow, Russia, September 5th.
A shot, big, heavy hips defended by Joaquin Buckley. Nicely done. Looking to drag out of there. He tried.
Buckley's got the head and arm. We're down to 20 seconds as we're back to our feet.
I wonder if that was choking Tyron a little bit. He was stuck like a duck underneath there.
Put your seatbelt on. Here we go.
He was stuck like a duck.
He was.
Yes, he was.
Dude, honestly, it looked like he was probably squeezing his lights out.
Your Woodley want to circle your feet.
Nicely done. That's another one.
Goes for that throw again this time. But Woodley defends. He gets the 4, and he's up 12-8.
You guys, I'm so happy for him. He's the older guy. He's a former champion. He took the hard wrestling match against the young buck.
11 unanswered. And in his RAF debut,
going for it. He's going for it.
It is going to be Tyron Woodley, 14-8.
He just made up his mind. He grabbed him in that bear hug and he said, sit down. He willed it.
The chosen one prevails in Cleveland.
After 3 periods and a final score of 14-8, your winner, Tyron Woodley.
Chael Sonnen awaiting the chosen one. An impressive win for Tyron Woodley.
Welcome back, T-Wood. How you feeling?
Feels good to be back.
It was very hard to watch that match, which was awesome, by the way, but not foreshadowed to Moscow in September 5th, you versus Chimaev. How did it feel to get some of that rust off?
It felt good, you know, in my life, since I was 10 years old. If I ever got taken down first in the match, I lost. If I ever lost the first round of the fight, I lost. Today I was down 7-0 and I won!
And if we're putting praise on your performance, you were actually down 8 points at one time. Now, let me look forward to Chimaev. Tell me a little bit about how that match is gonna go.
Definitely needed this match. It's a powerful, explosive wrestler like Joaquin Buckley. He came at me. I knew he wasn't like, oh, I'm just trying to learn wrestling, just for fun. I knew better. We're from St. Louis. It's bragging rights. So when I got down, I didn't lose my composure. I said, you know what, Tyron? You're gonna win tonight. You're gonna win tonight. You're gonna win tonight.
He's a world champion. He's the winner tonight. Please give it up for Tyron Woodley.
A lot of self-belief from Tyron Woodley. Trailed at 8-1, came all the way back to get the dub. Up next, a middleweight matchup
Cleveland,
with
are you guys
Lewan,
having a good time?
3-time All-American, making his RAF debut against the 2021 Olympic silver medalists.
American Freestyle on social media. We want to see those pictures. Who you're excited.
What is that?
Seltzer with lemon.
No, the ice.
Oh, that's Brio Nugget Ice. That's from the Brio Ice Maker. It's better ice, basically.
Better ice? Premium ice. Premium muscles need premium ice.
You know that's not what it's for.
Works.
The moment RAF went viral.
You know, there's been a lot of wagering that's been out there. We saw a little a vault that's supposed to have money in it for the takedown. There's a lot going on.
Supposedly there's $10,000.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
Oh, and wow. Now
okay, no, that was retaliation. Giorgio got him a couple of times.
Boy, he gets mad fast. Why Saruki get mad so fast?
Giorgio! Oh, baby! Who listening for the takedown? Saruki. match is over. Arman Tsarukyan is no. And it has all broken loose as they are going to get these things sorted out here, folks.
Sugar Sean O'Malley enjoying that heated exchange with Arman Tsarukyan and Giorgio Poulos as we look back at some of the great moments in our first year of Real American Freestyle. Packed house here in Cleveland. Up next, Will Lewan and Kadik. Will Lewan from Chicago, Illinois, making his RAF debut, 26 years old. A tall task against the 2021 Olympic silver medalist at 74 kilos.
The following is scheduled for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Middleweight Division. Introducing first, representing Bulgaria, a 2021 Olympic silver medalist, Kadik.
32 years old, born in Russia, now repping Belarus. A 2-time Olympian.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, a 3-time All-American for Michigan, Will Lewan.
Will Lewan, 5th for the Wolverines in 2022, 8th in 2023, was an NWCA second-team All-American in 2020. Placed 5 times in the Big Tens, 3 times in the top 3. Made the Big Ten finals on a couple occasions. What excites you most about this showdown, Chip?
I want the winner to take on Jordan Burroughs. That's what excites me the most. Kadik, I appreciate the Olympics. I appreciate the back and forth with Kyle Dake. The mere fact that he thought he could beat Kyle Dake, the mere fact that he stepped to the line against Kyle Dake, he's got my respect. And Will Lewan, by the way, is not to be played with. This guy has been in the backside of more brackets, had to come through the hard way to get his respect. This guy's a competitor.
Went for that lat drop and didn't quite pan out for him.
Will Lewan, junior freestyle national champ in 2017, 5-time Fargo All-American, cadet world champ in 2017. He's got a deep skill set. He can hurt you in different positions.
But Sparks, how many times have we seen Lewan in a back?
Uh-oh, he's hurt.
Grabbed his right hamstring.
I'm trying to see. I think it's just locked up. I don't think he tore something. I think it locked up. I could actually see my mother used to call it Charlie horse.
Yeah.
I think that's the right term, by the way, Charlie horse.
Well, yeah, but yes.
Hey, you said duck earlier. Don't give me a hard time.
No, it's not that. It's that the Charlie horse where I come from is a little bit different than like, cramping your hamstring.
Yeah, there it is.
Wait.
Now that's going to score, by the way.
That's going to be 2 points.
Yeah, they gave that 2.
Chael, back to your point, though, Kadik is a true 175er, and he's been taking these matches up in weight class at cruiserweight at 190 because he's not stepping away from the challenge. He'll wrestle anyone, so this is a more evenly matched match that he's had so far in Real American Freestyle.
And if you'll notice his body, if you'll just notice the change in his physique from when he debuted against Kyle Dake, and he got a little fatigued, and he talked about getting tired. He says he's in better shape, but you can actually see it.
Yeah.
In 2025, he wrestled at 86 kilos. There's a big toss. That's going to be 4 confirmed. 6-0.
That's a big bomb, and Will does not look like he wants to continue.
That's actually a 5-point high amplitude throw to make it 7-0.
5-bomber.
Puts a little pressure on Kennedy Blades, doesn't it? Miss 5-pointer.
She's gonna have somebody giving her a run for her money.
Kadik 1-2 in Real American Freestyle. He beat Dustin Plott. His losses to Kyle Dake and most recently Evan Wick at RAF6. A good start in this first period. 7-0. 40 seconds to go.
And poor Will Lewan, that he's going to have to continue to wrestle when he knows that his leg is compromised. That sucks.
Well, and I wish I don't see Sean Bourmet in the corner, but this is something that perhaps he may need to get involved with.
Absolutely.
There are times you got to stop a match, and Will is he's being tough right now. He is definitely compromised.
Yes, he is. And I know Izzy's watching closely. Will Lewan, Montini champ. Izzy's student, known him since he was knee-high to a pig's eye.
Okay, here, we're going to need to stop this.
Guys, in MMA, they throw in the
please.
towel. In boxing, they throw in the towel. Is that the same here?
Yeah, we need
and
to
you
stop
see
this
Alex
match, guys.
Derringer, he's
Yeah,
in the
wave
corner
it
along
off.
with Sean Bourmet, and that is going to be the end of
That's
this
the right
match.
call.
It is the right call. We bring in Ben Askren. Ben, unfortunate to see Will Lewan unable to continue, but a fun first period, at least watching Kadik with some of those explosive points.
And Kadik doesn't know the match has stopped. They actually ran out of time. He's in his corner, but they have stopped the match in the corner. They just haven't informed Kadik.
Ben, what did you think?
Yeah, I want to come in and comment on that 5-point throw he hit, because in RAF, we've only had, I believe, one other 5-point throw. So fans watching home, if they throw the legs above the head, they call that 5 points. You're going to almost always see 4 points, but that was a big arching motion on this one you're going to watch. He hits the go behind, he gets behind him, he picks him up, bombs him over his head, and that means that's going to be 5 points.
Yeah, that's a high amplitude throw, and honestly, when you're in the arena, you can tell when you hear the oohs and the ahs. When you hear the oohs and the ahs, that's when you are going to get that 5-point high amplitude throw. To Mackenzie Mitchell.
Your winner by injury default, Kadik.
I have no problem with that. That was a great wrestling match. The guy got hurt. This was the right call. On to the next one.
Real American Beer just launched RAB0, that same bold Real American flavor, just without the alcohol. Scan the QR code on your screen and use code 020 for 20% off. RAB0. Max McEnelly here inside Rocket Arena, awaiting Bo Nickal. Max McEnelly coming off his NCAA championship in this arena this past March. And Bo Nickal, speaking of this arena, take it back to 2018. He pinned Miles Martin, won an NCAA title, and that put an NCAA team title on ice for the Nittany Lions. Bo Nickal has become very familiar with the grounds of the White House, most recently during his first-round TKO win over Kyle Dawkins at UFC Freedom 250. It wasn't his first visit to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and it might not be his last.
Competing at the White House was an unbelievable experience. You know, just to be out there, I think the most special part was being there with my team and kind of doing that collectively together. Being able to go through that experience with, you know, my best friends and my coaches, that was so special. Having my family in the crowd was so special. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And I feel like because of my wrestling experience growing up, I was able to fully embrace and enjoy those moments. I think a lot of people let the moments become too much and they weren't able to really be present, but I felt very present the entire time, which I'm grateful for that.
The Earth is 70% water and 30% land, but the entire sky belongs to us.
Tap water tasting a little off? It could be heavy metals, chlorine, or those pesky PFAS compounds. Brio captures pollutants and filters them out.
The moment. Perseverance came down to seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go for the Real American Freestyle Featherweight World Championship.
Right now, he can push him out of bounds. He can push him out of bounds. He did it. And he does. He called it 1 point. There's a dispute with the referees.
All right, now we got to get this official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a final score of 2-2 based on criteria. And new Real American Freestyle Featherweight World Champion, the dude, Jordan Oliver.
Cleveland, Ohio, the land. 1 year anniversary show here inside Rocket Arena. Last year we were inside the Wolstein Center. Now Rocket Arena, home of the Cleveland Cavaliers, as Real American Freestyle continues to explode. Dvalishvili and Cejudo 2. Can't wait. We'll close out the night with that matchup. Merab defeating Cejudo in his native Georgia. Fans are loving it as always. It's a great show. Bring your friends, bring your family. Come out and enjoy some Real American Freestyle. Next matchup is Ohio native Johnny Dijulius, the 4-time national qualifier for Ohio State. Hasn't wrestled here in Ohio in a decade. He'll get the submission artist who has won 20 of his last 21 fights, and Almabayev. And Abby is with the most interesting man alive, Johnny Dijulius.
Johnny, really special moment. You told us that you're wrestling tonight for your late mom. It's her birthday today. What's the biggest thing she taught you that you are going to take out there onto the mat with you?
I feel like everything in my personality, you know, the classic, I got it from my mama, right? You know, I got everything from her. She was kind of the spark of the room, the light of the room. And one thing she was a fighter. So, you know, obviously being able to go out on her birthday and fight, that's what I want to do. And that's how I would want to represent my mom on her special day.
Well, you have an amazing personality. Your mom raised you really well, and you can see her sparkle through your eyes, too. You know, you have such a cool life also. You've gone base jumping, you've traveled the world, you've wrestled in RAF. What keeps pulling you toward these extreme challenges?
Well, I think, you know, obviously your Instagram bio is not supposed to be representative of who you are, but of all the things I've done, I always put wrestler first. In any bio, any you know sheet that I write down, it's always wrestler and then world traveler, wrestler and then base jumper. I love it. I love wrestling, and how can you not? You know.
Right. And congrats on your engagement, by the way. Are you going to add a win to that? That also, I would say, a personal life win for you, getting that ring, your fiance to say yes.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a great month if I can get a win and a yes. That'd be awesome. So let's hope for that.
All right. Well, good luck out there.
Thank you so much.
Our next match is scheduled for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Featherweight Division. Introducing first, all the way from Kazakhstan, he's the #5 ranked UFC flyweight contender in the world,
Almabayev, 32 years old. Mixed martial artist, pro career that began back in 2013, 24-3 pro record. As I mentioned, he's won 20 of his last 21 fights.
And his opponent from right here in Cleveland, Ohio, a 4-time NCAA qualifier in Ohio State, Johnny
This is a fan favorite, Johnny Dijulius. In that interview with Abby, he talked about losing his mother, Stacy, when he was just 16 years old. It is her birthday today. Was a 3-time Ohio State champion at Walsh Jesuits before heading to Columbus. Over 100 wins in an Ohio State singlets.
And by the way,
2015 team championship team for Tom Ryan and the Bucks. Go ahead.
Just a cool guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Coolest guy in the world, Chip.
Fantastic coach. I've seen him work with children. Dare I say he's one of the great must-attend camps.
Nice.
Right? He just gave up 4 points here.
Gonna try to pin him right here.
Dijulius.
Nice.
And Almabayev on his back. He gets the quick 4, 20 seconds in.
It takes such an edge off when you can go out and grab a quick 4 like that. You can start to relax and really go out and wrestle at that point.
And Johnny Dijulius has got such an infectious personality. He's such a great guy, like you guys said, but this is the best we've seen him so far.
He's 1-2 in RAF. Beat Connor Beebe in Tampa at RAF 7. Then lost to Pat Lugo, and most recently, Vladimir Khinchegashvili, who we'll see against another Buckeye in Jesse Mendez later on.
But we've never seen him start this early and score so fast in the opening period.
Got off to a pretty quick start against BB, and then BB raced back, and that was a 9-6 final. But
that was a
Jim
controversial win. That was, you know, not a lot of happy customers about that one.
Oh, Johnny just got engaged. I saw on social media. She's way too hot for him, by the way. I got to tell you, I realized it looked like a couple of times. Go, is this real? She said yes.
AI is a crazy thing, Chip.
Don't be funnier than me, Sparks.
Congratulations to Johnny going.
Oh, nice cut there for Dijulius.
It was the same move. It was the same move.
And he's got a trap arm. This is trouble for Almabayev. There's going to be two more.
He's going the other way. He's going to get the 10. He's going to get the 10 here.
Yes, he can. Johnny Dijulius.
The best we've seen him. I said it in the beginning. Happy birthday to his mother. What a win.
Dijulius with a nice fireman's carry, and when he had that arm trapped, here come those gut wrenches. Two, loads it back the other way, two more, and then the cherry on top as he loads his hips and pops him through for two more and gets the technical superiority. Here's Mackenzie Mitchell.
The match is over with 32 seconds remaining in round number 1. Your winner by technical fall, Johnny Dijulius.
Johnny Dijulius with the bad guy.
Johnny Dijulius, you got the pop of the night. This crowd is in the palm of your hands. What would you like to tell them?
Cleveland, I love you, baby.
Now, I'm told that this is your late mother's birthday. What a present you just gave. What emotions are you feeling right now?
My mom today would have been 57 years old. I get to celebrate her birthday and her life with a win in my home city, in my home state of Cleveland, Ohio.
Eric Bischoff told me yesterday, make sure you put Johnny over because we got big plans with him in the Real American Freestyle family. Congratulations on this victory. What can we expect next from you?
I'm always going to be one that wants to score points. I'm going to attack, I'm going to throw the kitchen sink at people, and it's always going to be fireworks.
Buddy, you are awesome. This is your night. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny D.
Johnny Dijulius now 2-2 on the Real American Freestyle mat. Gets the technical superiority in his home states in front of his home fans on his late mother Stacy's birthday. What a day, you can't script it any better.
The Earth is 70% water and 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us. Copy that. Aim higher, man.
The moment future stars were forged from victory.
Oh, machine gun massive!
A lot of things I'd like to be doing on a Saturday night. Facing this young man is not on that list. He competes against adults and he wipes them out.
Just so heavy with his hands. Getting this crowd in the USA chance. Just 11-1. Technical superiority for Bo Bassett.
Bo Bassett just beat an Olympic gold medalist.
Kennedy Blades has yet to have been scored on at RAF. Oh, look at this straight on double.
Oh, the champ is here. Everybody says they want to wrestle Kennedy until it's time to wrestle Kennedy.
Tech fall before the end of the first period.
There's Kennedy Blades, the Real American Freestyle Women's Middleweight Champion. 2024 Olympic silver medalist here inside Rocket Arena in Cleveland.
trivia question that we're going to ask these two. Are you guys ready?
She'll be wrestling Reese Larramendy, the NCAA runner-up for the Iowa Hawkeyes. At the national tournament, she has been first, third, and most recently a runner-up, coming off a 36-1 campaign for head coach Clarissa Chun and the Hawkeyes. The first of 3 championship matches here tonight. The champion in the welterweight division, David Carr, the 27-year-old, and Taimuraz Salkazanov, born in Russia, representing Slovakia. Carr and Salkazanov for the Real American welterweight belts. RAF welterweight world champion David Carr has yet to need the full 6 minutes to finish an opponent, unbeaten at 3-0. Carr's RAF resume includes 3 tech falls, including an 18-6 dismantling of a Merab, the most points ever scored by one wrestler on an RAF mat. Tonight, he again puts his title on the line against Salkazanov. Earlier, he spoke with our Abby Hornacek.
All right, David, you are 3-0 so far in RAF, all 3 very dominant victories. So how are you going to keep that momentum going?
Yeah, just looking to score points, wrestling smart, things I like to do every match.
So you wrestled Taimuraz twice in 2025. You each won a match. How do you expect tonight goes?
Hopefully a win. That'd be awesome, and to give glory and honor to God, and yeah.
See, I love that. You said at the press conference you're a humble guy. How do you remain humble despite all the success you've had?
Just my family, just the way my mom and dad raised me, just to be humble, go wrestle, have fun, and just enjoy it.
All right, you think you're going to win tonight?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you out there.
Thanks.
2-time national champion from Iowa State. Here's Mackenzie Mitchell.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the challenger, Taimuraz Salkazanov.
Taimuraz Salkazanov. He's been very impressive on the RAF stage, 2-0. Beat James Green at RAF2, and then at RAF6, shut out Keegan O'Toole 9-0 tonight. He'll wrestle for the title, but he's got to get through David Carr, the former Iowa State Cyclone great.
And please welcome the Real American Freestyle welterweight champion, David Carr.
The first 5-time All-American in Iowa State program history, 3-time finalist, 2-time national champ, a career record in Ames of 120-5. That is his father, Nate Carr. He was a 3-time national champ for the Cyclones. In 1988, Olympic bronze medalist in Seoul. David Carr, the look of focus. With our championship introduction, again, here is Mackenzie.
The following is scheduled for 3 periods and is for the Real American Freestyle Welterweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger, wrestling out of the red corner, representing Slovakia, a 2-time world bronze medalist, a 2-time world silver medalist, and a 2024 Olympian, Taimuraz Salkazanov. And his opponent, wrestling out of the blue corner, from Canton, Ohio, a 2019 Junior World Champion, a 2-time NCAA champion for Iowa State, and he is the Real American Freestyle Welterweight Champion, David Carr.
Had that great career at Iowa State. Before that, he was a 4-time Ohio State champ, last at Perry High School. Mentioned his dad, Nate. He's an RAF Legends champion. Love how RAF celebrates the legends of our sport. We saw it with Nate Carr and Dan Gable. Here we go, guys. Welterweight title on the line. Juliana, what are you looking for?
I am looking for Salkazanov to score early and for David Carr to not play into Salkazanov's game. Salkazanov usually wins all he needs is 2 exchanges to win the whole match, and Carr needs to make sure that that does not happen and open up his offense.
Look, the good news for Carr, there's not a wrestling tournament that he hasn't won. There's not a tournament he can't win. The bad news for Carr, when the word got out of how good he was, he is now one of the most studied wrestlers in the weight class, and guys have proven to show up with much better strategies this season than they did in previous seasons.
Carr was 5th at last year's World Championships. Fell to James Green at Final X.
Big surprise to me. But again, James Green had tape now. He studied him. There was no element of surprise. Carr is now game plan for, if you will.
The 3 tech falls. He's outscored his opponents on the RAF mat 41-8. Straight on shot, no angle.
Nice defense by Salkazanov, doing his training camp in the Ossetian Mountains, Russia. And he told his son, I'm going to come home with the belt, because that was the only thing that his son asked him for.
His 2-year-old son, Oxer, said, Dad, come home with the belt. He's also got a 6-month daughter. And David Carr gets the point as Salkazanov unable to score on that 30-second clock. We got 35 ticks in this first period. Welterweight title match here at Real American Freestyle.
And David Carr has been doing his camp with King Jordan Burroughs. And we got King David Carr here. We got multiple kings here tonight.
A couple of great talents, those two with a great relationship. There's that double. Salkazanov, Chael, doing a nice job measuring that.
That was a good shot. Salkazanov saw it coming. He got both hands, not just one hand. He got both hands in between, got his head involved. Again, that comes back to scouting Carr. We knew that double was going to come at some point.
Head and hands defense from Salkazanov. Nicely done to defend that double.
Carr, a 1-0 first period. Corner cam. It's brought to you by Lucy Breakers. Bite the capsule to unlock flavor that actually lasts. Lucy.co/RAF. Code RAF for 20% off. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Yeah, you're doing good.
The Russian wrestler.
So get him off balance. Let's go.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting King Carr there, his dad. The Russian wrestler is better than anybody else, have an ability to slow down a match. They have an ability to hold ground, not get their heart rate up, and pick their spots. We're seeing that right now. Carr likes a little bit more chaos than he's able to find thus far with Salkazanov.
Guys, want to mention this. They wrestled a couple of times in 2025 at that ranking series event in July of 2025. It was Carr that got the victory. In February, Salkazanov. So they know each other. We'll see what adjustments they make tonight. 1-0 Carr with the lead. 20 seconds into the second period.
And Carr goes in for that offensive shot again, and it's stuffed by Salkazanov.
And now David Carr, I believe, is going to go on that 30-second clock. Indeed, he does.
You know, he was the only one firing shots. I don't know that I agree with putting him on the shot clock.
Yeah, and then you heard that from the corner, too. The corner says, we're the only ones firing all these shots, and then he got put on the shot clock shortly after.
Salkazanov, a 4-time senior-level world medalist, all at 74 kilos. He was bronze last September in Croatia. Looking to tie up this match, pushing Carr towards the edge.
He stepped him out.
Adjustment by David,
no,
and that is going to be Salkazanov's point. You're right, 1-1.
Nice hits again by Salkazanov.
And another point for Salkazanov, so he leads it 2-1. His first lead in this title match. Here's shot by Carr, but he's on those shoe tops, trying to get his hips underneath him. I've been really impressed, Jill, with Salkazanov's defense.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hey, by the way, I a personal thought here, but I feel like when you're on a shot clock, if a score takes place, that should stop the shot clock. He was able to get one for the push out, and the shot clock continued. He was able to give 2 points here without getting a takedown. I mean, those are the rules. I'm not contesting them. I'm just telling you that I have a little bit of a discrepancy.
Oh, nice
Went for the super duck.
He can push him out here. He can push him out here.
He gets it.
Now 3-1.
That was a lapse by Carr right there. That was a lapse. He generally knows right where he is. He generally knows to wrestle. He stopped just for a moment, and that point could really play into the future of this championship match.
Carr down by a pair. Level change once again. Collar time from Salkazanov. Looking to dig that underhook on the right side. Doing a nice job keeping territory. Center of the mats.
Let's go, this guy. Give one this period.
Final seconds in the second period.
That's it. Stay close. Pump fake.
Look at Salkazanov just hold his ground, though.
Let's bring in Ben Askren. Ben, what are you seeing?
Man, great chess match between two of the best wrestlers in the world. I think David Carr needs to go to his single leg. His double leg hasn't gotten all that close. On that last one, he almost got his hands off on the single leg. I think that's his path to victory, and one takedown still wins it, guys. So he is right in this match. I think he needs to get in tight, look for his single, and get to the leg.
Good analysis from Olympian Ben Askren, two-time national champ at Missouri. David Carr is back against the wall as both wrestlers sign a respect, slap hands, and here we go. Salkazanov, 2 minutes away from the RAF welterweight world title. There's that single leg from Carr. He's got his hands locked.
Been working all match to get to this position.
Waterfall position, switches off to a double. He's down by the ankles, gets the two, and now working on a leg lace.
Carr spends a lot of time with Jordan Burroughs, and that is exactly how Jordan would have handled that situation. Takedown, and you're just going to take those legs and start turning.
5-3 for David Carr. Shot out of a cannon in this third period.
When guys try to find the perfect leg lace, they never find it. Sometimes you've got two legs, treat it like a gut wrench. Just start rolling and figure it out on the way. Great job there by Carr.
That was Carr showing some urgency, just getting after it. He's got the 2-point lead. Crowd is into this one. The USA champs here in Cleveland. What a night it's been here in Cleveland. 1-year anniversary show. Our first of 3 championship matches. There's that underhook.
Circling, throws the whizzer.
That is going to be scored 1 red and confirmed for Salkazanov. A 1-point match. The crowd doesn't like it as the boos reign, but I think they got that right, Shell.
You got to give it one way or the other, boy. That was almost close there. 2 of our great referees saw it the same way. It is officially 5-4.
My heart is pumping. We're inside of a minute.
But this is that chaos that we talked about. This is
why we love it, Chad. Yes. This is why we love it.
But this is what Carr wants. Man, he wants a dogfight. He wants action. He wants that heart rate high.
Oh, there's that super duck attempt once again.
Salkazanov just needs to win one exchange in order to walk away with his belt tonight.
Nate Carr's in the corner. He's telling his son, get in there again. Keep the pressure on him. Keep shooting.
If you're Carr, you want to move, circle your feet in.
Salkazanov is being patient, looking for his opening.
We are down to 20 seconds.
Salkazanov is resigned to the strategy to push him out of bounds. He has given up on the idea of getting in on the legs. I'm just pointing that out. Carr needs to know that. He needs to circle, eat up this 10 seconds and leave here with his belt.
10 seconds away from making something happen. We might have the and still champion.
Final seconds. David Carr comes from behind. 5-4. And still your RAF welterweight champion. As David Carr gets the 1-point win. David Carr retains his championship belts here in Ohio. Nick Hogan, center mats, to give David Carr his championship belts, Mackenzie Mitchell.
After 3 periods and a final score of 5-4, your winner and still
And there is a review because there was a challenge. In Real American Freestyle, there are challenges in championship matches. So hold on tight as we sort this out. Let's bring in Ben Askren.
All right, guys. Oh, can you see me or hear me?
We can hear you, Ben.
All right, hey, on this one, Salkazanov is looking for a caution in one, fleeing the hold. That is a call that can happen. I don't think it's what happened here. I think it's a desperation brick to try to win the match. Because if he gets this 1 point, he does win the match. Hey, Shane, did you like that single leg call right there, baby?
That was great. Right on cue, Ben. I'd expect nothing less. You're one of the great wrestling minds I've ever met. No doubt about it. Here's another look. As Ben mentioned, he was looking for that caution in one.
Carr stays engaged here. If you're running away all the way, that's a caution one, but he's touching him the whole time. There's no way this call is going to get overturned. That is not a caution one. David Carr is the rightful winner of this match.
They are continuing to review the video. Salkazanov pleading his case. As Ben mentioned, David Carr staying engaged with Salkazanov. Circling his feet in. I think it's going to be really, really tough to overturn this.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's a great challenge by Salkazanov at this stage of the game, nothing to lose.
King David Carr is the rightful and still champion, and I know he's looking for that gummy bear sponsor.
All right, looks like the call holds up. Back up to McKenzie.
After 3 periods and a final score of 5-4, your winner and still the Real American Freestyle Welterweight Champion, David Carr. Here to present the championship belts, Nick Hogan.
Nick Hogan with the belt, his father Nate's.
All right, champ, I watched that match very closely. I'm very familiar with the rules. There was a discrepancy at the end. I did not see it. What was your opponent attempting to argue?
I don't know. I feel like I took more shots. I stayed in the middle, but, you know, he's a good opponent, 4-time world medalist. I'm just blessed to be here. All glory to God.
All right. That was a fantastic match. You defended your championship. That was your 3rd time with that opponent. If he's in the rear view, what's next for David Carr?
I'm ready for anyone. You know, there's a lot of good guys at this weight. There's Olympic champions. There's guys at this weight. So I'm excited for anything, but I'm from Ohio. Cleveland! That was electric. Thank you.
You're here for Ohio, and it sounds like they're here for you, ladies and gentlemen, the champion of Real American Freestyle, David Carr.
Winners win, and David Carr finding a way to get it done here inside a Rocket Arena with Chad Bronstein and Izzy Martinez. Fans are having a good time tonight. It's always a great time at Real American Freestyle.
Let's give it up for David Carr, everyone!
Water break. Hey, hydration's for everybody. Everyone needs a good water break.
The moment when American gold shines brighter.
The hottest signing in RAF history.
Welcome, Gable Steveson, to Real American Freestyle. This one is over. Technical superior.
You questioned if I could still wrestle. Wherever the time, whenever the time. If you want it, I'm here.
Jordan Burroughs is coming back from retirement to wrestle in Cleveland.
He's the most decorated, the winningest wrestler in American history.
Real American Freestyle is looking pretty exciting to a guy like Jordan Burroughs all of a sudden.
I miss wrestling. I think it's really that simple.
I would not want to wrestle him. I see that a little bit.
I'll never put a product out that I don't feel proud of. And so I'm physically and mentally ready.
It's going to be unbelievable.
I'm back.
He is back. It's been nearly 2 years since we've seen Jordan Burroughs, the 2012 Olympic champion and 6-time world champion. Cannot wait to watch Jordan Burroughs here in RAF.
Jordan, what's up? All right, you're finally taking that RAF mat. What finally got you here?
Man, I can't even explain the excitement that's gone into this event. I've thought about it for many months, And I finally said yes, and I've been blown away. From the media team to Next Gen to walking here in the arena, there's not a single fan in here, and it still feels electric. I'm excited to compete tonight.
Well, it's been about 2 years, right, since you've competed, and you've got 5 kids at home. Congrats on that. Would you say that this is your biggest matchup yet in your career?
Absolutely. You know, I'm almost 40. I've got 5 kids at home. I've been married for 13 years. I've got a wrestling club, a lot of responsibility. There's no way that I should win this evening. My opponent is younger, stronger, and in his prime, but I'm ready.
You got a quick message to your kids and your wife?
Let's get to work.
All right. Good luck out there.
There's his opponent, Sean Brady, making his RAF debut, the 5th-ranked welterweight in the UFC. He's been impressive, 19-2 as a pro. A great grappler. He's beat some of the best grapplers in the world. Tonight, he'll have to be one of the best wrestlers in the world in Jordan Burroughs. RAF, the 1-year anniversary show here in Cleveland, Ohio, inside Rocket Arena. How about this matchup with Vladimir Khinchegashvili, the 2-time Olympic finalist. He won gold in 2016. And Jesse Mendez, 2-time national champ for Ohio State.
The following is scheduled for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Featherweight Division. Introducing first from Gory, Georgia, a 2012 Olympic silver medalist, a 2016 Olympic champion, Vladimir Khinchegashvili.
Vladimir Khinchegashvili, 2-1 in Real American Freestyle, lost to Bo Bassett, beat Johnny DeJulius, and then against Connor Beebe in Georgia, an 11-0 tech fall. Part of the Georgian Parliament, he is a hero in his native Georgia. He was impressive against Connor Beebe, but a new challenge as he'll square off against the 23-year-old Jesse Mendez.
And his opponent from Crown Point, Indiana, a 4-time All-American and 2-time NCAA champion at Ohio State, Jesse Mendez.
A 4-time All-American for Tom Ryan in the Buckeyes, 3-time finalist, over 100 career victories. Won a couple of Big Ten titles tonight. He's making his RAF debut. I'm a huge Mendez fan, Chill. This is a bad dude.
Riley Bettich, one of the massive media influencers for wrestling, just texted me and he informed me that Jesse Mendez was in the 7th grade when his opponent was winning his Olympic gold medal. Mendez watched that match and now he's got to face him here tonight.
But Kink is just as technical as ever. He's kind of like your grandpa. He still has those tricks up his sleeve. He might be a step behind, but if you allow him to slow things down, you are in trouble, and that's what makes him an Olympian, a champion. He's in it every step of the way.
I'm very excited for Jesse Mendez, what the future holds. I know he's got his eye on 2028. He's got his eye on Real American Freestyle, but he may be returning to NCAA competition. He actually had a judge. He's got a judge that backed him up, though. The gavel came down, to my understanding.
God only knows how that's going to shake out. Mendez, 2023 U20 World Silver Medalist. He was part of the Cadet World Team in 2019, the junior team in 2021. So a lot of freestyle experience for Mendez.
Inside reach.
And God only knows, like you said, Shane, but he did say no matter what happens in that situation, he still plans to go and win the Olympic titles no matter what's next for him.
Khinchegashvili on that shot clock down to 15 seconds. Level change there by Mendez. Once again, straight on shot, chest wrap defense there from Khinchegashvili. It's going to be 4-4 Mendez confirmed as he's got the Georgian on his hips looking for more.
What an interesting double leg. He led his right leg, but he put his head to the left side. That was very interesting. Brandon Slay used to do something very similar. I hope we get to see that on replay.
4-point move in this first period. 90 seconds in for Jesse Mendez.
Jesse Mendez, it's his RAF debut, but this guy, he wants to get in there. He wants to bang. He's a fighter. He's a warrior. He doesn't like to be idle in anything.
Dare I say the most competitive weight class is what Mendez has done for his collegiate career, Sparks. But, I mean, every week was a grind, and this guy had undefeated seasons. Could you imagine getting it right 36 times in a row, because he did?
Had to beat guys like Bo Bartlett and Brock Hardy. Fell to Sergio Vega in this arena this March in that final at 141. If Mendez comes back, could he go 141 or 149? Looking to sit that corner.
Head to the outside low single. That was awesome.
Lotto.
Nothing yet. It looks like he's going to go. No, did they stop the action?
I think it's time.
Oh, we ran out of time. All right.
Lotto, if you did it once, you could do it again. And Mendez holding his shoulder.
His right shoulder. He's got Jay Jaggers in his corner.
Shane, help me understand that point. Were we on a shot clock there? Where did that 1 point come from? There was no 1 point takedown. Where did we get this? I missed something here. Great shot here by Mendez. The truck heard my request. Look at that, 4 points.
Yeah, he was on the shot clock earlier.
Leg and head to the same side.
Mentioned Jay Jaggers, two-time national champ for the Buckeyes, along with All-American Dylan D'Amelio. Here we go, second period, 5-1. Mendez with the lead.
And in that last segment there, we saw him, Lotto with the low single. If he did it in the first period, he can do it in the second period. Let's see if he goes back to that low single, because he's great at that move.
Head to the outside, very nice.
He's up 5-1 on the three-time world medalist. Another shot.
Nice defense.
Chest grab here.
Head pinch.
Head pinch position for Khinchegashvili, but Mendez is going to stay heavy. Man, that is tight.
Oh my gosh, he's choking him.
Mendez is out.
He's out.
Mendez is out.
Look, Khinchegashvili has not slowed down from the time he won the Olympic championship. He has just gone up in size. He has a little bit of a strength issue. And by the way, he's starting to feel it out. He's starting to come into the size, but a couple of these holds that would work in previous weight classes, he struggles here.
Mendez was out cold. Grabbing his right shoulder once again as training staff will come out. Again, let's bring in Ben Askren.
All right, guys, this is a very big gray area for me that I think the United World Wrestling needs to define. Technically, you cannot choke someone, but the hold that Vladimir was doing was legal. The referee needs to watch what's going on. He's not looking down there, but you can see how tight it is on the neck, but this is a totally legal hold. So either they need to make these holds legal or they need to ban these holds, but someone can go to sleep if you put them on right. So that's what we're watching here. That's just what's happened.
And no points, Ben, to Khinchegashvili. It stays 5-1. He doesn't get any points.
Well, he didn't do anything. He didn't put him on his back and he didn't get a takedown, right? So what we're watching is a chokehold be applied, and technically it's illegal, but the ref wasn't watching close enough. So they need to make this a lot more defined. It's happened several other times recently, actually, also.
For Real American, you're talking, Ben?
No, Mason Paris got choked out in the World Team Trials.
Yeah, but we've seen a couple of guys go out here at Real American Freestyle in that same hold, that head and arm guillotine.
Oh, yeah. And maybe Zahid's pretty good at it, too. So there's been several guys where if the down person refuses to roll over, then they're going to get choked.
I can't remember who we saw go out.
Mendez shaking that right arm.
Yeah.
And we are back at it, 127 remaining in the second period. Mendez with a 5-1 lead.
Jay Jaggers let the referee know what he thought about that. Referee was a sport about it. He does not have to take that. Complicated position. We're back on our feet. 5-1 Mendez.
And I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of Jesse Mendez here at Real American Freestyle.
He's a savage.
He's a warrior. He's not a guy that likes to stay idle in anything. And going back to the well with that head and arm head pinch.
Same position. He's got it tight, and this time a quick whistle. And now you look at the corner of Vladimir Khinchegashvili, and they have their arms up in the air, not happy with that call.
All right, if you're going to do it, turn. Go for it.
This goes back to 1984 and the Schultz brothers, quite frankly. Listen, a front headlock is legal. It is not illegal to choke the guy out. So you've got a real balance here. What do you want to do? You want to disqualify the guy? How do you know when the guy's out? He's not out. It's a tough spot for the referee. I think blocking the action there was the right move.
Low shot here from Khinchegashvili.
Let's rename it. Let's call it the fox catcher instead of the head and arm.
Mendez trying to crunch up Khinchegashvili. And we are back to our feet, 26 seconds remaining.
And Mendez is saying, I'm right here, buddy.
Jules, it was a somewhat famous situation. The Olympic Games were in Los Angeles, and Mark Schultz choked an opponent out. The referees literally put another referee on the mat just for the Schultz brothers. It wasn't even within the rules. The organization of the Olympic Committee put another referee on the mat. Both of them went on to win gold.
Talking about Dave Schultz and his brother, the great late Mark Schultz. Mendez in the final seconds of this second period. With that 4-point lead, he will take it to the third and final frame.
And I don't mean to correct your partner, it's just that Mark is still with us and he happens to be watching right now. So it's the late Dave Schultz.
I'm sorry. Yes. Thank you, Chael. The late, great Dave Schultz.
I wrestled at BYU under Mark Schultz, by the way. He was as tough as they claimed.
And so far, the only loss that we've seen from Lotto has come by Bo Bassett. That was his first time wrestling in a long time. He is older in years, but he's still got all the tricks, and he can still win this match.
We want to hear from you. Join the conversation. Hashtag RAF12.
Going for the low single. Jesse Mendez is on to it. Goes for the two for the go behind.
No points yet. There's the two as he plants Khinchegashvili. The two-time Olympic finalist into the mats. Working on a high gut.
Yeah, can't get it. That parterre for Lotto he's too good.
Solid parterre. We're back to our feet. Slowly back to his feet. Khinchegashvili as Mendez continues to stalk.
Fake and pull.
Hard collar tie.
Hey, listen, if you can get another college season, I think that we would all agree you go and take that. However, when your dream is the Olympics and you're Jesse Mendez and you're beating an Olympic champion, maybe freestyle's where your focus should stay.
I got 3 letters for you, Chael. N-I-L.
Name, image, and likeness?
Yep.
Yes.
Ching, 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 I
think they already dropped the hammer on that and made the call that he's not going to get that 5th year.
We'll see.
True?
I mean, it seems like it changes every day, and I'm not...
He's got a judge on his side. He does have to appeal through the NCAA. There is some red tape there, but...
And his dad's a cop. Maybe his dad can help him out.
I think ultimately he will have the option.
Good snap, front headlock here from Mendez. He's up by 5 with 47 ticks to go.
By the way, why is Mendez in a different position than Levi Haynes? Why does
They're not.
They both have to appeal it, even absent of the judge's ruling.
Individual
It might have to do with states. I don't know, Chael.
All right.
I don't know.
All right,
we'll
back
see.
to the match. Spark, quit interrupting me. Quit distracting me, Sparks. I'm trying to watch a wrestling match.
30 seconds left.
Lotto's got to go for broke here.
Jesse Mendez, his Real American Freestyle debut.
I would have loved to see him get that outside trip.
Fake and pull.
I got no problem with the way that Vlad's wrestling, by the way. I feel like he's in this match. I think he's still adjusting to some size.
Lotto?
Yeah, but I think he's just a fantastic wrestler.
For being 35 years old, he looks darn good.
Yeah, he got outscored here, but he stayed in the fight.
Jesse Mendez, 72 final.
Way to come back from getting choked out like that and still win the match. It's a great debut for Jesse Mendez. 7-2. We're going to see a lot of this guy.
Mendez with big-time aspirations in freestyle as once again we send it to Mackenzie Mitchell.
After 3 periods and a final score of 7-2, your winner, Jesse Mendez.
Jesse, you want to be the Olympic champion. You just beat the Olympic champion. That dream's got to feel more real right now than ever before.
Yeah, I mean, Khinchegashvili is a guy I looked up to back when he won the Olympics in 2020 or 2016. He's a guy I study. I studied his film because I wanted to be like him.
And when you talk about that, by the way, for perspective, you were in the 7th grade at that time. This is somebody that you looked up to.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, I want to be the best in the world, and you got to beat the best in the world. So he was that.
All right, Jesse, while I have you, I'd like to look ahead to tonight's main event.
We got Merab rematching with Cejudo. Tell me, who wins that match?
You know, Merab's an animal. He's a cardio merchant, as we'd say, as the Buckeyes. But, you know, you can't bet against Cejudo. I mean, that's my guy, so I'm putting my money on him.
You've always been a good wrestler. It turns out you're also a very good interview. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jesse Mendez.
What a cool night for Jesse Mendez as he got to share the RAF stage with one of his childhood heroes, the 2016 Olympic champion, Vladimir Khinchegashvili. To celebrate the one-year anniversary of RAF, take 25% off any RAF merchandise. Wear what the athletes are wearing, or grab your RAF12 gear. Scan the QR code to take advantage of this amazing offer.
We've got some exclusive items for you guys tonight here at RAF Cleveland.
Up next, a middleweight title rematch. They wrestled here in Cleveland at RAF1, one of the best matches of the first year in RAF. 10-8, Wick with a late score. It was tied 8-8. He scores it, wins it 10-8 tonight, Chapter 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your main events of the night tonight? The first one is for the Real American Freestyle Light Heavyweight Championship. Please welcome your challenger, the Real American Freestyle Light Heavyweight Champion of the world.
Kid, one day, that belt could be yours.
This might be the coolest thing ever. Want to compete on wrestling's biggest youth stage? Tomorrow is the second official RAF Next Gen right here in Cleveland. And then when you're on to Miami in September, Vegas in October, scan that QR code now to unlock a special discount for your registration. We'll have those matches tomorrow right here on Fox Nation. I love Next Gen.
It's exciting. I get to see the wrestlers.
Our second of 3 championship matches here tonight. Jason Nolf, he has been red hot here at RAF. He has won 4 straight. Wick coming off an impressive 13-2 tech fall over Kadik at RAF 6 in February. Jason Nolf and Evan Wick first met at RAF 1 in the inaugural middleweight world title match. Wick won that tightly contested battle 10-8 to claim that championship. That belt is now vacant once again, and the 2 grapplers with 6 RAF wins, including 3 tech falls between them, again battle for gold.
Jason Nolf has earned every bit of his reputation. One of the most creative wrestlers in America. Relentless, aggressive, the kind of athlete who forces you to wrestle his match. But 1 year ago, right here in Cleveland, that wasn't enough. Evan Wick changed the story.
There's that defense he's been hitting all day. Oh, wow. Now's the time to attack. And fatigue, next count ever saw. There's that same shot. He's got to finish this. Real American Freestyle Middleweight World Champion, Evan.
For years, Wick has been one of wrestling's best kept secrets. Long, disciplined, and patient. A nightmare to score on, the kind of opponent who makes great wrestlers look ordinary. 12 months later, they're back where it started. Same city, same rivalry, different stakes.
I'm excited to compete again. We got the belt on the line, so it'll be a fun match. It's a heck of a show for the 1 year anniversary for RAFs. Obviously, when you've beaten somebody, you have confidence that you can do it again. But again, every match is a new match, so you gotta treat it as a new opportunity, and you gotta go out and just continue to wrestle hard.
I pulled off the gas a little bit. I think I shocked myself, and I pulled back a little bit, but I'm not gonna pull back this time. I'm gonna keep my foot on the gas, and I'm gonna break it.
This isn't about proving who is better then. It's about proving who's better now. Because when the whistle blows, history doesn't matter. Reputation doesn't matter. Only the next 6 minutes do.
welcome Evan Wick.
29 years old, living in Madison, Wisconsin, was a four-time All-American at Wisconsin and Cal Poly. And in that feature, Eric Bischoff said it best. He is one of the best kept secrets. In my opinion, he is so underrated. This guy is the real deal, Evan Wick. That was a crazy match at RAF1. Wick led that match 8-2. Nolf rallied back to tie that 8-8, led on criteria. Wick the late score and the 10-8W. I can't wait to watch these two once again.
And his opponent, please welcome Jason Nolf.
And since that loss to Evan Wick at RAF1, Nolf has been amazing. Where is Jason Nolf? There he is. We've seen this from Jason Nolf. He is a man of the people. He is the people's champ. As at RAF Singlets, giving some high fives to the fans as he makes his way down to the RAF stage. Jason Nolf.
I love that.
4-1 in RAF.
It's so simple, but it works every time.
Ding.
That is a young fan who won the contest at the Fan Zone. How cool is this? You get to accompany Jason Nolf, one of the all-time greats for Cael Sanderson and the Nittany Lions. Gets to come on the stage. This is fantastic. And with the championship introductions, take it away, Mackenzie.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is scheduled for 3 periods and is for the Real American Freestyle Middleweight Championship. Introducing first, wrestling out of the red corner from San Marino, California, a 4-time NCAA All-American and 2025 Pan Am champion, Evan Wick. And his opponent, wrestling out of the blue corner from Round Rock, Texas, a 4-time NCAA All-American and 3-time NCAA champion at Penn State, Jason Nolf.
This matchup is brought to you by the United States Air Force, an official partner of Real American Freestyle. Right behind every takedown can take you anywhere. See where you could go at airforce.com. So glad to have them as a partner here at RAF. Here we go. Championship match.
It's hit him right in the head.
If there was ever a match that put Real American Freestyle on the map, it's this match. At Real American Freestyle 1 year ago today, these guys put on the most exciting wrestling match I've ever seen, and I am so looking forward to this one.
The best wrestling match I have ever seen. I'm so glad that you felt that way too, because that's such a big statement. What a compliment. But I remember when that match was done, I remember going, that's the best match I've ever seen.
It was exciting.
Shot here from Jason Nolf. But that length of Evan Wick presents so many challenges. Whizzer from Wick as Nolf stays on that single leg, shoves the leg. He's in better position here as he elevates. Now he's got that treetop single. Big opportunity here for Jason Nolf, and he is unable to score.
Great defense. I can't believe he got that leg back. Great defense. Just saved himself 2 points.
And he beat Nolf the first time, but he still feels like he's the underdog and that he's going to have to go prove it again. And Nolf said, hey, you beat me. There was no asterisk to that. But just so you know, I was training jiu-jitsu the whole time. I wasn't wrestling and competing as much as I am now.
This is a different Jason Nolf.
This is a different Jason Nolf.
And these two also met at the Olympic trials back in April of 2021. Nolf with a 10-0 technical superiority. No score. As Wick is on the shot clock, he's got 20 seconds to score or Nolf will get a tally.
And we haven't seen Nolf lose since that match. He's just been on fire here.
Hands on, come on, make him work.
Coming off that 8-5 decision over Christopher Minzo at RAF9 in Dallas.
And Ben Askren in the corner of Evan Wick.
Jody Strickmatter and Olympic champion Jake Varner in the corner for Jason Nolf. And there is a point for Nolf as Wick unable to score. Late in this first period, middleweight championship match.
Jason Nolf's been the busy guy, opening up his own wrestling academy.
Single leg once again,
going for
similar
the tree top.
position.
Let's see if
Look
he
at
gets
this
it.
defense
Woo!
as he tosses him outside the circle, and they're going to give him 4.
Okay.
And it was confirmed 5-0 as he puts up a 4 spot inside the final 5 seconds. Guys, if you remember in RAF1, there was a similar flurry, but Wick did not expose himself like he did just now.
Well, very interesting position right there. I think we're going to see that on a replay. Very interesting position because he did not pursue him down to the mat, but that didn't change the fact that the opponent, Wick, went feet to back.
I gotta see that foot on the outside though. Did he, yeah, can I get a better angle?
Yes.
Oh, he was inside the circle. Amazing.
Well, this is an all or nothing. I just shared for you. I mean, if Wick was to go down to his belly.
Well, you got to know when to hold him and know when to fold him, right, Jill? I mean, he would have been much better served there. Obviously, easy for us to say, just giving up the 1.
Sure. Generally, when you do talk about a feet to back, you talk about a feet to back takedown. That's not actually what the rule says. That was feet to back in an unusual way. We got 5-point lead here for Jason Nolf.
Great start for Jason Nolf.
Nice snap down for Evan Wick.
Different story in comparison to the first time these guys met a year ago at RAF1 when it was Wick leading 8-2.
I hear you, but it's still just 1 score. It's 1 score here. I mean, this is still as tight as it gets, and this time Wick's in. He needs to follow it. Oh, the defense.
That would have been huge for Evan Wick. We've seen both these guys in a couple of really good defensive positions.
Forward, hands on.
Nolf leading at 5-0. 1:10 in the second period.
More forward.
Mentioned Jason Nolf runs Nolf Wrestling Academy in Austin, Texas, and soon to be Fort Worth, Texas. What a great opportunity to learn from one of the best. And Jason Nolf, he is so creative.
Forward, Evan, let's go.
And congratulations to him. It's not easy to open up your own academy and then train full time and focus on yourself when you're trying to focus on all these new kids that you just put under your wing.
Hey, Evan. Walk him down. Go walk him down.
You hear Ben Askren with instructions from the corner to Evan Wick.
He's telling him to walk him down. He's telling him to go get him.
I've always been impressed with Nolf's run here in Real American Freestyle with his conditioning because I've always questioned it. I've always said, well, you know, he stepped away from wrestling. He's doing the jiu-jitsu.
Nice.
I think his conditioning's better, and I'm not certain how it got that way. I'm not certain how he can show up and defend himself for 6 hard minutes when he's not fully locked in.
He's locked in right now.
Boy, is he.
Forward. You got to put hands on.
Evan Wick is going to get a point. Now 5-1.
And Jason Nolf, he did say that he's in better shape now than he was when he was competing for the Olympics.
I thought those were just words, though. He actually looks like he's in better shape. I'm having a hard time figuring out how he's getting there. By the way, talk about foreshadowing. What's next for Jordan Burroughs? This outcome is also possible, by the way.
Love to see those two go at it again.
I've noticed nobody has called out Jordan Burroughs yet, but that might change. Let's give it a few minutes. Let's let it breathe.
Like, you're right there, okay? Put the pressure on 2 minutes. Let's go.
Here, Ben Askren saying you are right there. Put the pressure on him. And here's another look at that 4-point move. He treetops that single leg and then just launches him out of bounds.
And then just hopes. He hopes he falls in that position because if he fell on his belly, that is not a takedown. He
would have just been
for the push out.
1, yes.
All right. Look, I know the score's not looking good for Team Wick right now, but to remind you, that's just 1 score if it's done the right way, unless Nolf gets this one. If that knee goes down, he's going to have another 2, and it's down.
Wick came out aggressive. Nolf was ready for it. And Jason,
going for
7-1.
the gut wrench, and he gets it.
9-1. He's a turn away from a technical superiority and the RAF middleweight title. Strong in his power-tear defense is Wick. Pinnacles Nolf, and he's the champion.
Might be the most active guy on the roster next to Armin Sarukian.
Jason Nolf has now made it 5 straight in Real American Freestyle. 11-1 as he's rocking the gritty on the RAF mat. To Mackenzie Mitchell.
The match is over with 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining in round number 3. Your winner by technical fall and new Real American Jason Nolf.
Nick Hogan presenting the championship belts.
Nick Hogan.
To Jason Nolf, the new RAF middleweight champion. As he's flashing that belt to this crowd in Cleveland, he'll take that back to Texas. And Jason Nolf makes his way over to Chael Sonnen.
Champ, I'm trying to get a word, but I'll follow you out here. What a difference a year makes. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
LeBron James. No, I feel great. I stopped training jiu-jitsu and focused only on wrestling. So the small adjustments I had to make from last match is not getting overextended, circling up after missed shots, and then executing in the middle of the mat with my parterre.
Jason, I can't help but to look ahead. Kadik looked great tonight, but Jordan Burroughs is still going to have a say. Do you have an opinion on who you might defend that title against?
No idea, but I will say I drank some Muscle Drive by Jocko Fuel. So if you want to feel jacked before you go out and compete, check it out.
Check out Muscle Fuel, right? Jocko, was that? And a Kale's cookie to wash it down?
100%.
Give it up for your champion, Jason Nolf.
Jason Nolf does it in style to claim that championship belt. Izzy Martinez and Chad Bronstein congratulating the RAF champ. Still to come, Gable Steveson and Tony Cassioppi in a heavyweight matchup. Gable Steveson, second appearance in Real American Freestyle, the four-time All-American, two-time national champ at Minnesota. And on his resume, the Olympic champion in 2021. There is Gable Steveson. Beat Alexander Romanov 10-0 in his first appearance in Real American Freestyle. Gable Steveson, he is something special.
Gable, what's going on? Welcome.
Good, how are you?
So far, so good, but how are you?
Fantastic today. It's RAF12 in Cleveland.
That's right. Look, so you're undefeated against Tony.
Yes, I am.
Right? Well, how do you stay motivated against a guy that you've already found so much success against?
You know, I've been wrestling Tony for so long, and he's gone to the University of Iowa, and I'm from Minnesota, so I hate everything about the Hawkeyes, so that's my driving factor every single time we go against each other.
All right, well, he said yesterday that he thinks he's closed the gap against you because you've been bouncing around to other endeavors. Do you see it that way?
No, I don't see it that way, but I want him to believe in himself. He believes in himself highly, and that's why I signed up to wrestle against Tony Cassioppi, because I know he's going to try to give a chance when there's none.
All right, well, go get him. We'll see you in there.
Thank you.
And there is Tony Cassioppi coming off a really impressive win at RAF in Milwaukee last month. Him and Gable Steveson, a long history in college. He was rocking that all-black Iowa singlets, unable to solve that Gable Steveson puzzle. No shame in that. Gable Steveson, one of the all-time greats, but don't sleep on this guy. Big smile at Tony Cassioppi here inside Rocket Arena. RAF fans, now is your chance to own the second edition Ice Cold Series of Real American Freestyle trading cards. I love these. I gotta get some of these. For a limited time only, save 20% on your order by using promo code RAF20 at checkout. Just scan the QR code now, use code RAF20, and start building your collection today. Don't wait. This exclusive offer won't last. I gotta get myself a Kyle Day card or a Ben Askren card. I love trading cards.
I've been waiting so that I could see Kyle Dig again because I decided he's my favorite wrestler, and I need that autograph on those trading cards.
Soon I'd love to see a Jordan Burroughs trading cards. It's just one more thing that I love with Real American Freestyle. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Max McEnelly, the U20 World Champion, and Bo Nickal. Bo Nickal, four-time finalist, three-time national champ at Penn State, a career record at Penn State. of 120 wins and 3 losses. Bo Nickal arrived on the scene at RAF1 and laid claim that night here in Cleveland to the first light heavyweight world title. 1 year later, he returns with an eye on a potential cruiserweight championship opportunity. That's down the line. That road, though, however, begins right now here tonight.
I would say I for sure crossed the line of confidence and arrogance. I do my best to always be humble and always understand that anything that I have right now can be taken away from me in a second. What has helped me to kind of combat that is focus on the work, focus on the effort every day to continue to get better and be the person that I think I am. People obviously have seen me win a lot at a lot of different levels, and I think that the assumption is that I'm talented or special in some way, but the reality is the reason that I've had the success that I've had is a lifetime of work, spending time on the wrestling mat, watching film, studying the sport, being a student of the game. This has been my life for 25 years, and so that's the reason I have success. I've just dedicated myself to my craft. I continue to do that day in, day out. I know the sport of wrestling so well. It's been in my blood. It's been my whole life. When I finished college wrestling, I looked at the World Championships and Olympics, and that didn't really get me excited to compete. I want to compete in front of sold-out crowds. I want to compete in front of millions of people, audiences worldwide, and that's what RAF provides. I think Max is super tough. I think he's a good athlete. I feel like you can see the mentality in somebody when they're young, and they're just there to compete. I don't really think there's anything Max can do that's going to make me uncomfortable. I've been in every situation that I could be, and I'm always trying to continue to improve and get better. Cleveland is a really, really cool city for me. I won an NCAA championship here. I won an RAF championship here. And now I'm gonna win another amazing match with the 1 year anniversary of RAF here. I feel that energy. I feed off that energy, and Saturday night, it's gonna be fun.
The following is scheduled for 3 periods. Is at a catch weight of 200 pounds. Introducing first, from Waconia, Minnesota, a junior world champion and the reigning NCAA champion for Minnesota, McEnelly.
5 months ago, he won his first NCAA title right here in this arena in Cleveland. Now a 2-time All-American, 49-4 the last 2 seasons in that Gopher Singlets. Max McEnelly, the 2025 Big Ten Freshman of the Year.
And his opponent from State College, Pennsylvania, a 3-time NCAA Division I champion and the number 15 UFC middleweight contender in the world, Nickal.
One of the most exciting wrestlers of his generation, Bo Nickal, the 2019 Hodge Trophy winner, a U23 World Champ in 2019. Chael, how do you assess this showdown?
This is the biggest stakes of the night. I truly feel that. You do not know what it means for Bo Nickal to be a surrogate coach and take on a competitive athlete.
This match is brought to you by Lucy Breakers. Bite the capsule to unlock flavor that actually lasts. Lucy.co/RAF, code RAF for 20% off. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Here we go, McEnelly and Nickal.
Let me set the stage. When McEnelly won his NCAA title, he beat Rocco Welch 2-1. Rocco Welch's mentor happens to be Bo Nickal. Bo Nickal saw that match and that night called out McEnelly. I don't think that Bo knew McEnelly was going to accept, but here we are.
Max is getting all the love as he should. He's a stud, but did everybody forget that Bo beat Jacob Cardenas, an NCAA champion at 197 pounds? Max just won this year at 184 pounds, but everybody's forgetting about Bo's win over Jacob Cardenas.
McEnelly, 21 years old. Nickal, 30 years old, the 3-time Big Ten champ. No score, 35 seconds in. When I saw this matchup was announced, my heart rate went from 0 to 60 in 2.1. I mean, this is a big-time match.
And it wasn't announced all that nicely, by the way. These two went at it on social media. They made this match. RAF was the last ones to the table. Bo picked a fight, and he picked it with a guy that turned out wanted to fight.
McEnelly on the shot clock. He's got 15 seconds.
And Bo wanted it to happen here. He won his NCAA champion here. He won his RAF championship back here in Cleveland a year ago. He called for it. He got it.
final seconds on that shot clock. And Bo Nickal will get the first tally on the board.
One thing about the veterans, if you will, the guys that used to wrestle, they go very defense heavy. They start to slow down, let the other guy come to him. That's something Nickal does not do. I do not put Nickal in the category of former wrestlers. I look at him as a very competitive, this is a guy that if he had Olympic dreams, can still make a very legitimate run.
2021 Olympic trials finalist, fell to David Taylor. Final X in 2019, lost to Jaden Cox. He's always right there, near the top. Short time in this first period.
Yeah, and he's challenging himself. I think that every man or woman believes that challenging yourself is what makes you feel alive. He wanted the tough up-and-coming dude. He wanted the young savage. And I think that challenge that he is asking for is being presented right here.
Late shot there from McEnelly.
Boy, Bo did something that made McEnelly very uncomfortable. That was a great shot, and McEnelly just let it go.
We're going to get back there.
In the corner with Bo Nickal is Olympic champion Jake Varner, along with Anthony Cassar. Anthony Cassar won an NCAA title in 2019. He beat Gable Steveson at the Big Tens that year.
Well, if you want to talk corners, look at McEnelly's, because the head coach showed up. Brandon Eggum is here for this one.
Along with former Hawkeye great Michael Kemmerer on the coaching staff. Luke Becker's in that corner as well.
The stakes.
It's important.
The stakes for an athlete with eligibility versus a coach of a different program, it is huge. And all the pressure sits on Bo Nickal. I got to give him a lot of respect for asking for this match.
Good, keep clearing.
Hand fight early, second period, collar ties. Both guys higher in their stances. Shot there from Nickal. McEnelly circles back in. Nice shot from Max, defended from Nickal. Looks like McEnelly's picked that pace up a little bit, and because of that, it's going to put Bo Nickal on the shot clock. Good optics. So Bo Nickal with 30 seconds, posting on that right shoulder of McEnelly.
Nice low single from McEnelly. Looking to sit the corner.
And he is going to get the points. He's got his first lead, 2-1.
Listen, we've had 3 good shots in this match, and they were all done by McEnelly. The third time was a charm, but if he can keep this pace, if he can keep this, the best defense is a good offense.
That was a slick shot. He timed it perfectly.
McEnelly about to get another point if Nickal doesn't score here. He's on the shot clock.
So on that 30-second clock, McEnelly going to score 3 points, and he's up by 2 inside of a minute, second period. I said before that my heartbeat was at 0. It's never at 0 for me. It really went from about 60 to 120 is what I should say. This is fun to watch.
Guys, this is my main event. This is the one I came out for, above everything else, just because of the stakes.
Nice snap down by Bo Nickal. He needs to follow it up with that. He bid on it, you got it, follow it up.
It has been an amazing night, our 1-year anniversary show here on Fox Nation. Half a minute remaining.
Nice punching the underhook,
There's
but
a whizzer from
Whizzer.
McEnelly, really good mat awareness.
Yeah, he threw that whizzer and posted right on the shoulder and on the head of Bo Nickal and turned his feet right to the inside. Nicely done by McEnelly. And he's fresher off of that wrestling purist mindset after winning that NCAA championship 5 months ago.
Nickal, of course, 9-1 inside the octagon, victorious at UFC Freedom 250. He's the 13th ranked middleweight in the UFC as the second period sees its conclusion.
McEnelly loves freestyle, very active. He represented the country last year, even brought a medal home. But his plan with Brandon Eggum and the team in Minnesota was to take this summer off. They wanted to fully focus on collegiate until they got challenged by Bo Nickal. Watch this shot. McEnelly gets down to the leg. That was the 3rd shot of the match, but the first one that he was able to convert to points.
One of McEnelly's losses in the college season was to Aiden Sinclair. He's on the RAF roster. He won a U20 world title at the championships in Slovakia, along with Bo Bassett, Aaron Seidel. What a performance for Team USA. Here we go. Here's McEnelly. Oh, he had a leg.
He was
Stays 3-1.
He was wise to let go. Bo Nickal knows that position. Some people call that a high flyer, but he knew that position. Don't get stuck there. That's where Miles Martin got pinned, just to remind you.
Nice
Bo Nickal's been doing that move, Chael, since he was 7 years old. Remember that interview after pinning Miles Martin?
Absolutely.
Right here in this building.
There was a Nebraska wrestler named Corey Olson, had the pin record at 177 pounds, wrestled Kevin Randleman in the NCAA finals, an Ohio native. And that was his big move. He called it a high flyer. Underhook one hand, head with the other hand, kick the guy through the air, put him on his back, bring the crowd to their feet.
What does Nickal need to do here, Chael?
Well, look, he's got to get his offense going. He's wrestling very well, but he is a step behind. McEnelly has not committed to a lot of these shots. They're kind of part shots, which means Nickal's doing something that's making McEnelly a little uncomfortable, but McEnelly is still the one offering offense here.
But he's on the clock right now. He's got less than 10 seconds, so it's going to be a one-point match. Unable to score. It is 3-2, 50 seconds to go in this third period.
Bo's got to go for something here.
That's exactly right.
Nickal took a quick glance at the clock, thinks a couple of times. Got to be getting that sprint right now inside of 40 seconds. McEnelly, solid job drifting back to the center, butt to the center, keeping territory.
When you're the older guy, when you're the champion like Nickal, when you're the big dog in the room and you're working with the college guys, it's just very natural to start to lean on defense. Let them come at you, use some of that experience. That's a problem tonight, right? To score points in a match, you're going to have to attack a guy like McEnelly.
Straight on shots, one after another being fired off by Bo Nickal, but McEnelly, to his credits, good man awareness, circling back inside center. He does it once again. He's 10 seconds away. Can he hang on? He leads at 3-2. Super mech attempt for Nickal. Nickal comes back at him once again. A final flurry from Bo Nickal, but Max McEnelly is going to hang on a battle of NCAA champions. 3-2 for Max McEnelly.
Nicely done by Max McEnelly getting that win. And that's a big win, probably one of the biggest wins of his career so far, would you say, James?
That was a huge win, I agree. That was a fun match to watch, and McEnelly really solid in his man awareness and his defense. That was the barrage of attacks for Bo Nickal in that third period. Mackenzie Mitchell.
After 3 periods and a final score of 3-2, your winner, Max McEnelly.
Chael is with McEnelly.
Max, the stakes for this match were huge. You had a surrogate coach of Penn State. You are a eligible wrestler. You're going to see each other with him on the sidelines. How great does this feel?
Hey, there's a new star in this organization, so get ready. Coming for the belt. I want all of it.
I love it. I love it. Now, I gotta ask you, this match was actually started on Twitter. You defeated Rocco Welsh, who Bo corners. Bo called you out on Twitter. You accepted. I mean, I gotta feel like this is a major feather in your cap right now.
Yeah, he's a great wrestler. And, you know, once I saw that tweet after won the NCAAs, I was like, all right, let's do it. And so finally came, and it feels good to get the win.
Your head coach, Brandon Agam, came out for this match, which just adds to how important this was. Last I talked to you, you were planning to take the summer off from freestyle and focus on college. What about Bo Nickal made you want to show up?
He's a good competitor. He's one of those top-level guys, Olympic dream trials finalists. So just to come out here and get my hands on a guy who's been there and who's done the things that he's done was something that I really wanted to do.
Ohio, the new star in town, Max McEnelly.
The reigning NCAA champion with his head coach of Minnesota, Brandon Agam, Izzy Martinez, as he makes his way off the RAF stage.
McEnelly. Hey, do I have any kids in the house? Let me hear you kids, where you at?
Tap water tasting a little off? It could be heavy metals, chlorine, risky PFAS compounds. Sounds like a job for Brio. Brio captures pollutants.
What's happening?
And filters them out. Nah, that's better.
That was a bit of an extreme reaction.
The moment RAF went global.
It is a great day in combat sports, as I mentioned, Juliana. In freestyle wrestling, many are saying this might be the greatest card ever.
wash all of that drama out from your last matches and just go for it.
Single leg here from Kyle Snyder. That chest grab from Cejudo.
Nicely done!
It's going to be 2 for Cejudo, looking to hunt down in technical superiority here in this first period. Cejudo 7-0.
Wow.
This one has lived up to the hype and then some. Snyder trailed, came back with a 6-5 win. Takedown here would give him the lead. And Kyle Snyder is going to get the fall. Captain America prevails in Georgia. 9 straight unanswered by the machine. Is going to add more points to his lead. Crossover lightweight title on the line tonight. There he is, the machine, Merab Dvalishvili. 2-0 in Real American Freestyle, coming off that win in his native Georgia when he rallied back to beat Triple C Henry Cejudo in one of the best wrestling matches you will ever see. And there he is, Triple C with his wife. He said that loss hurts. He was humbled. He also said even though he lost, he was disappointed. That was the night that wrestling won. Can he crack the code tonight? He's 0-2 against Merab. A reminder that Real American Freestyle next come to you from Moscow, Russia on September 5th, and what a night it will be. Hamzat Chimaev was everything as advertised and more in his RAF10 debut. He pinned Dylan Dallas in just 44 seconds. Now he returns to take on former UFC World Champion Tyron Woodley in our main event. Woodley got it done tonight. Plus 3 world titles are on the line in an event to remember, RAF Moscow. A packed house here in Cleveland. Next up, it is Kennedy Blades, the middleweight champion here in Real American Freestyle. She has been so dominant on the RAF stage. And Reese Larramendy. Kennedy Blades has arguably had the most dominant career in RAF history to date. Unbeaten and unscored upon in her 3 matches. Blades has ended each match by tech fall and stands as the women's middleweight world champion here in RAF.
So the first thoughts I had about RAF, I knew this was going to be something so special. This is something that the sport needed for way too long, right? Wrestling, as we know, is one of the first sports. So why not showcase this and promote it outside of just wrestling, right? And so when Coach Izzy came up to me and told me about this idea, I was like, I'm all in, Coach. What do I need to do? And he's like, you're going to be the athlete. And I was just so excited. I'm like, this is the beginning of something new. And so I always believed in RAF. There are some professional leagues that just never worked out. But how it was described, right, to showcase these athletes, to have a storyline, to interact with the fans, that's exactly what wrestling needs. And I wish that that was a thing when I was a little girl. I just couldn't imagine where I would be now, right? So just these little things that RAF changes compared to any other professional league, but also any wrestling league, it's just something special. The fact that it's a 1-year anniversary and we've came so far, I'm so happy to be part of it.
The following is scheduled for 3 periods and at a catch weight of 150 pounds. Introducing first from Reno, Nevada, a 2024 NCAA champion and U23 World Team member, Reese Larramendy.
Reese Larramendy. Her and Kennedy Blades go back to their days at Wyoming Seminary. They were teammates at Iowa. Tonight, they stand on opposite lines of the mats.
And her opponent from Chicago, Illinois, a U23 World Silver Medalist, a 2025 World Bronze Medalist, a 2024 Olympic Silver Medalist. She is the Real American Freestyle Women's Middleweight Champion,
One of the faces of Real American Freestyle, Kennedy Blades. She has outscored her opponents, Jill, 2-0. She is unscored upon, and how about this? She just won another national title for the Hawkeyes, 19-0. She gave up 2 points all season long. Video game numbers. You can't make this stuff up, Jill.
And she's just beautiful on top of that. Listen, she's got a task in front of her right now because this happens to be a friend of hers. This happens to be a training partner. They know each other well.
Yeah, they do, and what an opportunity for Reese to be able to come into a match on one day's notice and compete for the title.
I was speaking with Chuck Kearney earlier. He's who I go to for all knowledge of women's wrestling, and he told me he has seen these two in the practice room, and all he said is, Chael, this match is closer than people think.
Larramendy won a UWW ranking series event in Hungary last month. Her only loss was to Bellamere from North Central in an NCAA final. Larramendy was 36-1. She beat Mira at the national duels. This is a non-title match. And it's going to be more points for Kennedy Blades. Now 4-0.
But smart wrestling by Larramendy. The way she bellied out there, she could have given up 4. She's bellying out. She's doing a great job in parterre, not even allowing Kennedy to get her hands locked, to get any motion started. You got 2 sides to wrestle, right? You got on your feet, you got on the ground. Larramendy's protected herself on the ground.
Kennedy Blades, 2025 World Bronze in Zagreb. She will wrestle at Final X against the aforementioned Bellamere for that World Team spot. They'll wrestle end of September at Final X. Down to 50 seconds. Couple of scores for Blades. She's up 4-0.
Nice shot for Kennedy. Gets that double right out of the cannon. Kennedy Blades wrote the book on a double leg next to Jordan Burroughs.
By the way, what happened that when Kennedy threw Hornacek for 5? Was that supposed to happen? Do you remember that clip they were doing for Fox News?
I'll tell you this, Abby Hornacek's got some courage.
She
Earlier
tucked her
today,
chin.
she was wrestling the Twister sisters. I mean, I'll tell you what, when you think about the name Hornacek, you think about basketball, but now with Abby, I mean, she's making the Hornacek name synonymous with wrestling.
Yes, I believe she's
Abby's a champ. I mean, she's got some courage.
I believe she's only done 1 wrestling takedown ever, and it happened to be against Kennedy Blades. How do you like that?
I'm not letting Kennedy Blades do that to me. She's got more courage than I do, does Abby.
Larramendy needs to know where she's at. She stepped out. They're going to break this action. That's going to be a point Kennedy.
7-0. Another dominant performance from Kennedy Blades. Now 23 years old. Final seconds tick away. We'll go to the second.
I'm calling it Nostradamus. We're looking at our gold medalist for the 2028 LA Games.
So tough to win Olympic gold, but she will definitely be in the conversation, no question.
This will be hard for me to justify since it's 7-0 after 1 round. However, I'm going to tell you, Larramendy is doing a very good job. She is wrestling here. She's at least making things difficult. She's making Kennedy work for some of these positions.
Better than some of the other opponents that we've seen Kennedy face at Real American Freestyle so far.
Larramendy's a great ambassador for the sport. She wants to be a commentator. She's a very solid wrestler in her own right. As I mentioned before, she's a national champion. 3 times she's placed top 3 at the national tournament. Quick shot there. There's a chest wrap there from Larramendy. The 4 is confirmed, and this one is over 11-0. And now Kennedy Blades, remaining undefeated in Real American Freestyle, the women's middleweight champion, has outscored her opponents 43-0. 43-0.
Is that the most points?
What's that?
Is that the most points for a wrestler so far at Real American Freestyle? We got to ask Willie about that on the stats.
Well, she's only wrestled 4 times.
Oh, I think Armin
has got the most points, but he's wrestled in more matches. Here's Mackenzie Mitchell.
The match is over with 1 minute and 52 seconds remaining in round number 2. Your winner by technical fall, the Real American Freestyle Women's Middleweight Champion, Kennedy Blades.
Kennedy Blades gets her arm raised with the victory as she will make her way over to Chael.
In many ways, Larramendy saved the day. If it wasn't for her, you weren't going to have a match. It was a last-minute replacement. Can you tell us what happened in the last 24 hours?
Yeah, I mean, I remember Coach Izzy texted me, hey, Kennedy, get ready to wrestle and weigh in. And I was like, yeah, of course, like in my head. But I didn't realize my opponent Unfortunately, she got sick, so all prayers to her, but I'm so happy Reese was able to step in. You know, a year ago, I wasn't able to wrestle in the first Real American Freestyle due to NCAA rules, so I was so nervous I couldn't even wrestle in the 1-year anniversary, but thank you, Reese, so much for taking the match, and I'm just so happy to God bless you all.
All right. Now, Kennedy, you're joined by a couple of other fellow Olympic medalists. Let me run down a couple of matches. Tell me what you think. Gable Steveson versus Cassioppi.
That's going to be a tough one. I literally have no idea.
Jordan Burroughs taking on Sean Brady.
Jordan, he's the GOAT. Like,
Henry Cejudo versus Merab.
I mean, I love them both, but I'm going to go with Henry.
You heard it from our champ, ladies and gentlemen, the winner once again, Kennedy Blades.
Kennedy Blades, such a bright future ahead, getting it done once again here in Real American Freestyle, showing some love to this crowd here in Cleveland. She is so fun to watch.
Water break.
Hey, hydration's for everybody. Everyone needs a good water break.
The moment RAF witnessed the impossible.
Ben, 1 year ago, I get a text message. It says, did you hear about Askren?
So I only died 4 times, or the ticker stopped for about 20 seconds.
That was a year ago. Now you are going to compete with a world champion.
This is really happening.
What a story. Here comes the fun.
Ben
I went through the hardest shit in the last year. It was tough. There was times I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't go to the bathroom. And every single day I woke up and I thank God for the chance to do it just one more time.
As this crowd comes to their feet, Muhammad raises the hand of the Olympian, one of the all-time greats.
I'm gonna make the most of this day. I'm gonna treat people well. I'm gonna work my ass off. And I'm gonna try to make a difference in the world. I love you guys.
That still gives me chills. One of the coolest moments I've ever witnessed. A year removed from double lung transplant surgery. Ben Askren competing last month in Milwaukee, and he is with Abby.
Yeah, that's right, Shane. I mean, Ben, you watch that, you're still getting standing ovations. We witnessed such a spectacular moment in Milwaukee. Now that you've had time to reflect on that, what is going through your mind?
Man, that is, it's so hard to watch, you know, and the reflection I had was in that very first video I made for Instagram when I had that thing sticking out of my neck right there. I said one of the things that was most impactful was the support I felt from the community and everyone, and I still feel it, and it's really freaking amazing.
Yeah, well, you talk about that impact that sport has had on you. When you put your shoes on the mat, oh my God, that's enough to give anyone chills. Yeah. What was that moment? What did that mean to you?
I mean, the sport's done everything to me. Like, I don't know life without wrestling, and I know most of the good things I have in life are from wrestling. Why you make me cry again? So, I'm just so grateful for the opportunity for wrestling and for the life I get to live. I'm really grateful.
Yeah, well, you talk a lot about, you know, gaining greater faith and greater empathy and humility. How is the Ben Askren that's standing in front of us today different than that guy that was in the hospital?
Yeah, I mean, I like the last version of myself, but just the notion of taking every day, appreciating it, having a lot of gratitude for everything, because you don't know when it's going to be gone. I mean, I was having a great day, and I went to the hospital, and I was asleep for 40 days. Like, you don't know life's going to be over. It's so short. Be thankful for all the good things you have, and show the appreciation of the people around you.
Absolutely. You know, you've had such an influence on so many people, young kids, adults, literally everyone, and you're not done with wrestling. You're still involved with Undiscovered. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I'm never done with wrestling. Till the day I die, I'll be coaching wrestling in some way, shape, or form. I got to take part in the filming of Undiscovered. It was a lot of fun. You had 12 hungry young competitors who want their shot up here on the RAF stage. I think that's going to be a really fun kickoff to Undiscovered, and hopefully we keep it going.
Very quickly, last question I have for you, Ben. What message would you have to those kids or maybe adults who are wrestling today and want to have as prolific career as you, which is very hard to do because you've had quite the career?
I mean, the first thing I ever thought is, I got to work really hard at this to achieve the things I want. And I remember being a little kid looking up to first the kids in the high school state finals, then the guys at the NCAAs, then the Olympics, and saying, I got a lot of work ahead of me. So I'd say you're going to take some ass whippings, be okay with it, show up every day ready to work hard.
Amen. Well, you're the best. God bless you, Ben. Thank you so much. Shane, I mean, such an awesome experience. Always spending time with Ben. Gets better and better every time.
Absolutely. Continues to inspire us all. Great perspective. And continues to leave his mark on our great sport. Undiscovered. Another super cool thing with Real American Freestyle. The search for the next RAF superstar. Streaming exclusively right here on Fox Nation, September 18th, 2026. Jordan Burroughs. Many would say the GOAT, definitely in the conversation. Olympic champion, 6-time world champion, making his RAF debut. This guy has done it all. Great career at Nebraska, won a couple of national titles. Won that Olympic title in 2012. 6-time world champion. And a 9-time world medalist. 3 bronze medals to go along with those 6 world gold medals. What a career it's been. He has carried the flag for wrestling here in the United States. Next matchup at heavyweights with Tony Cassioppi and Gable Steveson. Familiar foes. These guys wrestled a handful of times in college. All those matches won by Steveson, but another opportunity tonight for Tony Cassioppi. 2020 U.S. Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson made his much heralded RAF debut in May with a 10-fall shutout. That was over Alexander Romanov. Tonight he returns to square off against Tony Cassioppi, a 4-time All-American at Iowa, who is coming off his first RAF win.
Everyone knows the name. Olympic gold. NCAA champion. One of the most accomplished wrestlers of his generation. Gable Steveson has built a resume few could match.
Gable, when you walk into a match,
yes,
and everybody expects you to win, is that pressure or is that power?
That's power.
This guy has done so many things in such a short lifetime. It's incredible.
But every great favorite needs something. A challenger worthy of the moment.
Gable Steveson, obviously, accomplished wrestler. I'm ready to go. I've been training hard, ready to take him out.
A 4-time NCAA All-American. Anthony Cassioppi isn't chasing Gable's legacy, he's building his own.
When I look across the mat at Gable Steveson, I see a big opportunity.
Cassioppi has shared the mat with Gable before. He knows exactly what awaits him.
I think now I have a lot better perspective on things I need to do to win the match. I got a new approach.
I think Anthony is a dangerous wrestler overall. Always wants to go out there and brawl and battle.
I've been putting myself in the position to make it go my way.
For years, he stood in the shadows of champions. Now, he walks into the light of his own opportunity. Most see the favorite. The other arrives with something just as dangerous. Belief.
My arm gets raised at RAF12, nothing changes. I expect to win.
Tonight, reputations don't wrestle, athletes do. And if Anthony Cassioppi can change the ending, he won't just shock the wrestling world. He'll become part of Gable Steveson's story forever.
The following is scheduled for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Heavyweight Division. Introducing first from Roscoe, Illinois, a U23 World Champion and 4-time All-American at Iowa, Tony Cassioppi.
sure there's anybody in Real American Freestyle that has wrestled the Goliaths like Anthony Cassioppi. Coming off a win over Mustafa Elders, a 2024 Olympian. He beat him in Milwaukee 6-2. That following losses to the Olympic champion Ahmed Tazudinov and Shamil Sharipov. And another Goliath tonight stands across the way in Gable Steveson.
And his opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, a two-time Dan Hodge Trophy winner, a two-time NCAA champion, and a 2020 Olympic gold medalist, Gable Steveson.
The 2021 Olympic champion in Tokyo, Shale McKenzie said he's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. But I will go back to saying Gable Steveson, parts unknown.
I love it. Hey, he'll like that even more. And by the way, the size discrepancy that has been advertised is not quite as accurate. These guys are only separated by 15 pounds. Gable Steveson has trimmed up in his MMA career, Sparks.
Steveson weighed in today at 243, Cassioppi at 226, so Gable still with some size. Now 4-0 in the cage. He'll be back in the octagon next month, coming off that first round knockout of Elisha Ellison, July 11th in Vegas. Here we go, Cassioppi and Steveson again. Another chapter in this rivalry.
So I get a text message last night. It's Gable Steveson on a new phone. He's got to talk to me. So I set some time aside. I call him. We get about 3 minutes into the call. He's telling me about the history between him and Cassioppi. Dates back to the cadets. Goes through Greco freestyle, collegiate. Turns out I was being catfished. It wasn't Gable Steveson, but the guy's information was correct. They have wrestled all the way back in age group wrestling, and now here they are on the biggest stage, Real American Freestyle.
They are both 26 years old. What excites you, Juliana?
You know, I just think that they're not your grandpa's heavyweights. They move like cats. They're agile. They're fast. They got it all. They really do have it all. They got the gut wrenches. They got the single legs. They got the double legs. They are agile. They're quick. And I think that the most exciting thing for me is when I saw Cassioppi against Tazudinov, I think he was able to rise above himself and show a bit of himself that we weren't expecting. And I'm hoping to see that tonight against Gable Steveson because he's dropped 4 losses to Gable. And I'd like to see him close that gap and be able to show a little bit more of what he's capable of doing against a guy like Gable.
He is on the shot clock. He's got 20 seconds to score. You heard Cassioppi saying he's got a new perspective, a new approach with the maturity on the mats.
Good. There you go. I got to tell you, I don't hold any of Cassioppi's losses here in Real American Freestyle against him. They were all weird matches. There was a weird position, or he'd get caught in some kind of an entanglement. It was one of these things where this is a very fresh start with a common opponent.
And Cassioppi was trying to say, listen, I've been more active than you, Gable. I've been, you know, competing and wrestling a lot more. And Gable said, listen, I was able to step on the mat in 2023 at the U.S. Open, and he teched everyone in that tournament. And he can step on the mat at any time, at any point, and still be dominant. And that's what he wants to show here tonight.
Cassioppi, an assistant coach under Chris Bono at the University of Wisconsin. Yeah, last couple of years, Gable Steveson's been in the WWE, was in the Buffalo Bills training camp. UFC, still wrestling here at RAF. He takes a 1-0 lead to his corner after the first 2-minute period.
I'd like to get Gable's take on wrestling being the harder sport than MMA, because we heard it from Joaquin Buckley, we heard it from Tyron Woodley, that training for a wrestling match is 10 times harder than a UFC fight. And now that Gable's in the UFC, I kind of want to get his mentality on if he thinks that wrestling is harder or training for a UFC fight is harder.
There is Tony Cassioppi with Chris Bono, the head coach of Wisconsin, who was a national champ at Iowa State. Fans having all kinds of fun. This one has not disappointed, our 1-year anniversary show. RAF12 here in Cleveland. Second period.
Look at Gable, though. He's holding his ground. I mean, he's standing his ground and coming forward. There is nothing about Gable that makes me think a former wrestler.
Do you think it's harder to train for an MMA fight than a wrestling match, Joe?
No, I find wrestling to be more difficult. In MMA, the guy is trying to damage you. In wrestling, there's places to stall. I will admit that. But as far as just the cardio, as far as the position, being 250 pounds, having to bend your knees, maintain that position, wrestling is still the most difficult thing I've ever done.
And I do think that it's nice that these guys get to wrestle and then go into their matches. I think it gets them in shape. It keeps them active. I think it's a great thing for them to be able to do both sports.
Well, and we've got so many people that are likely to be future champions. I mean, whether we want to go to Chimaev, who we're going to see in Moscow, Gable right now, Sean Brady, who's later tonight. The UFC is being represented tonight. Bo Nickal, if you will. The UFC is greatly on display in front of us tonight.
And now Gable is on the shot clock. Cassioppi's done a really solid job slowing Gable Steveson down. That is no easy task against that machine.
And he said that he wanted to show what he's gained in the years since they've competed last.
But that's what Gable Stevenson's able to do. He could just flip that switch chair. He just bullied him with an underhook, took him out of bounds, and gets the point.
Well, and that's what active wrestlers do. That's what you would not expect an MMA guy to do. He knew right where he was, punched an underhook, drove him out of bounds while maintaining position. He's going to back him out one more time. Just get the one. Very smart. Smart, safe wrestling, which at heavyweight is more important than any other weight class.
3-0. But when he got that step out, he was on the shot clock, and obviously that erased that shot clock. So that's the advantage there when you're on that clock if you can score. And that's what Steveson was able to do. 3-0, short time, 20 ticks in the second period.
Can I give you my hot take? I think Cassioppi can turn him. Now, he's got to get on top to find that out. I think Cassioppi can turn him.
Before he can turn him, I would like to see him attempt a shot, something. You got to put your head down and just drive. You might drive and shoot 12 times, and you might get only 3 of them, but you got to at least try an attempt.
I have never seen anything quite like Gable Steveson. 3-0 after 2. Brandon Eggum, Luke Becker, and Trevor Brandvold in the corner for Gable Steveson. A couple of Minnesota national champs on display tonight in McEnelly, and now Gable Steveson. Look at that underhook. He just
what he's looking for.
Flips a switch, brings that power. Here's a single leg.
You keep your head in there like you're doing.
Walks Cassioppi to the boundary and adds to his lead.
Knows where he's at, though. It's one of those things, you can't push all your weight. You can't give up. We've seen that in other positions tonight. The David Carr match, for example. You've got to really know where you're at in those leverage positions. A great job by Gable Steveson.
Slap of the hands, and here we go, period 3. Just awesome watching the guys continue to compete. Real American Freestyle gives those opportunities. Keeps you sharp.
Punching the underhook. Gable circles back.
Gable up 3-0. Cassioppi has got to go to him.
One thing about Gable is no opponent has ever been able to make conditioning a weapon against him.
Eye poke.
And I think that that's a big surprise. You know, for a guy in heavyweight that's focused on other sports, that was a compliment that we gave Jason Nolf earlier tonight. But Gable always shows up like a professional. He never backs down. We don't get 5 minutes in and all of a sudden he's done wrestling.
How slick was that? Lightning quick with that leg attack.
Take his time right now.
He's got a lot of real estate inside. Let's see if he finishes it. No, he's just going to go for the push.
It's very smart. That's veteran wrestling. 1 point at a time is all Gable's done tonight.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts, 4-0. Just very strategic match tactics.
But notice the way he's breathing. I mean, Gable, he's just fine. He is no more fatigued than Cassioppi. Both of these guys showed up completely professional, looking like wrestlers.
If Cassioppi had a game plan, I wonder what it was, because I haven't seen him try to get any offense off.
It's so hard. You know, Gable is so strong. He looks to me just so strong. He's holding that position. You're going to try to fight through those hands. You're going to get to those tree trunks of legs. And it's one of these things where wrestlers, Juliana, will oftentimes look for that perfect shot. And there is no perfect shot. You fire a shot to set up the shot.
Okay, well, if you're not going to be hard-pressed and hard-nosed wrestling, then at least be technical and try to get something technique-wise.
Gable Steveson gets a takedown.
Referee did not like that. I think he was just trying to add a little showmanship. I think he's being misunderstood right now, but the referee did not like that.
This is Gable Stevenson's world, and we're all just living in it. Gable Steveson now 2-0 in Real American Freestyle. Another shutout, 6-0. for the Olympic champ and a UFC superstar.
After 3 periods and a final score of 6-0, your winner, Gable Steveson.
Shale standing by with Gable.
It has been asked, is there anything Gable Steveson can't do? To this point, when I'm forced to answer the question, I gotta say no. You appear to be able to do it all.
Yeah, you know, it's just one day at a time. I know a lot of people with the step up in competition of Coach Tony Cassioppi thought I wasn't gonna prevail. But here we are, and I thank everybody for the support.
Gable, one thing that I had to notice, not only was your agility and your positioning, but your conditioning. For a guy that isn't fully focused on wrestling, you never appear to get tired.
Man, it was honestly better than Bo Nichols. And it was just an honor to have my coaches, to have my people continue the success for me.
The Olympic champion, the national champion, undefeated in Real American Freestyle, Gable Steveson.
Gable Steveson, all that power, victorious here in Cleveland at our 1-year anniversary show. Gonna take off his shirt, give it to a young fan. How cool is that? Trevor Brandvold, one of his coaches. The fans love themselves some Gable Steveson.
Tap water tasting a little off? It could be heavy metals, chlorine, or those pesky PFAS compounds. Brio captures pollutants and filters them out.
The Earth is 70% water and 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us.
Inside Rocket Arena, RAF12. 3 championship matches tonight. Here's our final one. The Crossover Lightweight Championship Showdown with Triple C, the Olympic champion, Henry Cejudo, and the former UFC Bantamweight champion, the #1 Bantamweight contender in the UFC, Merab Dvalishvili. Cejudo and Dvalishvili 2 here tonight. And Merab is with Abby Hornacek.
All right, Merab, you've got a big rematch against Henry tonight. The first time you guys wrestled, you had to rally back from an 8-0 deficit. What are you going to do tonight to make sure that he doesn't get that kind of start again?
I think, I have to be smart from beginning and not give him a lot of points. I have to be very smart beginning. And eventually, I will make him tired, but he's way better wrestler than me. He has a lot of experience. So, and I can't make mistake against him. You know, this time he will be much prepared. He knows my style, and his style always been good.
So why did you say yes to this rematch? Because a lot of people might think you have more to lose since you did beat him already once.
Absolutely right. I do have him. I was thinking other day actually why I'm doing this, but because I like challenges, you know. And I love RAF, and I love competing, and I like to stay busy, and I'm grateful to be here.
All right. Well, good luck out there. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Henry Cejudo was up 8-0 late in the first. Merab came back to knock off the Olympic champion. Henry Cejudo said he was frustrated. He said, that match hurts. It humbled me. He is 0-2. Can he crack the Merab code here tonight in Cleveland? We will end the night with that amazing matchup in the second of our 2 main events. Our first main events, Jordan Burroughs and Sean Brady, a 10-time Olympic and world medalist. We haven't seen Jordan Burroughs in almost 2 years. He'll get the UFC's Sean Brady. with an Olympic gold medal and 6 world titles to his name, Jordan Burroughs has one of the most expansive trophy cases in freestyle wrestling. Tonight, he joins the RAF roster. He will not do this lightly, standing face-to-face with highly ranked UFC welterweight Sean Brady.
Jordan Burroughs, welcome to Real American Freestyle. How you feeling?
I feel great.
Good, good.
I'm happy to be here.
Good, good. It's been a long time coming. It's the 1-year anniversary of Real American Freestyle.
That's right.
It's been nearly 2 years since you've competed. I have to ask the question that everyone is asking, why now?
I miss wrestling. I think it's really that simple. When you are on the edge of retirement, you start to recognize that there's still some gas left in the tank.
You said on social media that your match tonight, you're not fighting for relevancy. You're not fighting for money. Instead, you're fighting for a challenge. What is it about Sean Brady that he brings to the mat, or a skill or a test for you that will happen tonight at RAF Cleveland?
All the things. He's younger, he's bigger, he's stronger, he is in his prime, right? He's got a competition coming up very shortly, and he's hungry.
The odds are definitely stacked against me, but I love a challenge, and like I said, it's why wouldn't I take an opportunity like this to wrestle one of the best to ever do it? Whether I win or lose, I'm still winning out of this whole thing.
You have a big UFC fight coming up November 7th. Has any of this training for RAF gone hand in hand with your UFC training?
Yeah, I'm a grappler. It's not straight wrestling, but I am a grappler. I'm always trying to get somebody down when I'm fighting them, and this is just crossed right over into that.
What does it mean to you to be on the 1-year anniversary card of RAF? We've seen the growth of RAF as a whole. What does it mean to you and the significance of being on this card tonight?
It's an honor. Being with Jordan and all these other amazing athletes that are on here that are not fighters, they're wrestlers, just to be a part of this and be the co-main event, it's massive.
Well, Sean, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your first main event of the evening. Introducing first, Sean Brady.
The 33-year-old from Philadelphia, PA, training at Marquez MMA in Philly, Sean Brady, making his RAF debut. An elite grappler. He's beaten some of the best in the world, names like Craig Jones, Richie Martinez. But another challenge, now he's got to beat one of the best wrestlers to ever do it in Jordan Burroughs.
And please welcome his opponent, Jordan Burroughs.
A standing ovation here inside Rocket Arena. Jordan Burroughs taking it all in. Years young, one of the greatest of all time. With main event introductions, back to Mackenzie.
The following is scheduled for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Cruiserweight Division. Introducing first, wrestling out of the red corner, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he is the number 5 ranked UFC welterweight contender in the world, Sean Brady. And his opponent, wrestling out of the blue corner, from Morristown, New Jersey, a 10-time Olympic and world medalist, a 6-time world champion, and a 2012 Olympic champion, Jordan Burroughs.
Sean Brady understands is you can't just straight up wrestle against Jordan Burroughs. You got to be unorthodox. What can he do with his grappling in this match against Burroughs?
I want to read this to you exactly. I asked Dana White earlier today. I said, you're sending one of your top contenders to a different organization to take on a GOAT. Why? He wrote me back word for word. He said, I never send one of my guys to a different promotion unless I think that guy can win.
Hey, he's high. He's high.
Dana White believes Sean Brady is a live dog in this match. You tell me that doesn't change things.
He's a dog, no doubt about it. 19-2 pro record, 9-2 in the UFC.
Oh, that was
there's
half a
a
foot.
step out. Burroughs on the board, 1-0.
Hey, redirect.
Jordan Burroughs' brand is consistently winning at the highest level, and that is what makes him great. Always winning.
Haven't seen him in almost 2 years. Wrestled at the World Championships in 2024. Got his first world title back in 2011, the Olympic gold in 2012. He has maintained excellence for so long.
Wrestling leader John Bardis hosted Olympic Camp 2024. He invited me. I went and watched. I got to see Jordan wrestle.
Oh, there's that double leg.
Picking him up.
He's got him up in the air, and that is going to be 5 for Jordan Burroughs.
5 points.
It is 5, the man official, and the judge went 5.
All right, 5 it is.
Look at those Superman shoes that Jordan Burroughs is wearing. Those are sick.
You know that Superman was born right here in Cleveland. Jordan Burroughs is Superman. Superman and a wrestling match. 6-0.
You were a comic book nerd, Sparks.
I am not.
should have known.
I am not, Shale. I am not a comic book guy, but I love Superman.
I've only seen one 5-point double leg in my life.
We've
prior
seen 2
to this.
5-point moves tonight.
5 bombs all night. Real American Freestyle. What's up?
That double leg from Jordan Burroughs. That thing is just pretty.
I got to watch Jordan wrestle live with guys like Kyle Schneider, with guys like Jake Varner, just matchups that you never think that you would see. And I will tell you, I never fully understood from a technical standpoint how advanced he is until I got to see him in those workouts. He understands wrestling. It's not just athleticism with JB.
And David Carr was training with him leading up to his match tonight, and he said he feels like steel but moves like a cat.
An attack, going to get a point on the step out. Now 7-0. Yeah, he's incredible.
He said that wrestling was knocking on his heart and that he was getting the pressure from Chad and from Izzy to get back inside here and to wrestle for us. And thank God that those guys are persistent and great at their jobs because we finally have it.
Hey, Brady's walking him down, man. Brady's not giving up in this match. He's just behind.
Jordan Burroughs and his wife Lauren, with 5 children, believe that is Beacon. One of his sons in the corner, along with David Carr in the corner. Here's that double leg.
All right. Take it.
And I got a feeling that could be our Air Force flight of the night. That gets my vote.
Burroughs Airlines.
Hey, let's go.
Real American Freestyle traditionally will crown one athlete with the praise of Athlete of the Night. Who would that be at this point? Do you know how many great performances we have seen tonight? And we're not done, by the way.
Tyron Woodley impressed me.
Yes,
wow.
I love
behind
that.
Big. Jason Nolf impressed me. I would probably go with Jason Nolf.
At this point?
At this
sure.
point.
I wouldn't rule out Kennedy Blades, though.
You go.
And we still got to move. Look at that dunk.
Look at that re-attack as he plants him down. Come on. And this one is over.
Nice.
Jordan Burroughs and his return, 11-0. Jordan Burroughs, I'll tell you this, Juliana, he still got it.
Heck yeah, and I'm so excited. Maybe we get to see somebody give him some more trouble over there in Moscow in a couple of weeks.
A triumphant return for Jordan Burroughs.
He is probably the most complete package in the history of wrestling, Shane. Insane athleticism, fine, check.
The match is over with 1 minute and 44 seconds remaining in round number 2. Your winner by technical fall, Jordan Burroughs.
Jordan Burroughs, you are
Thank you. I appreciate that, Chael. Thank you.
Now, you just took on Sean Brady. Real American Freestyle made that match, but I'm told behind the scenes you were willing to take on anybody. What does your contract look like? I understand you have a 3-match deal.
Yeah, I'm going to Moscow September 5th, so that'll be match number 2. Coming up very quickly. But then I'm open for a 3rd match.
All right, now, George, you were very complimentary of your opponent. You talked about he was in his prime and he's active. Were you being humble? Do you really not know how great you are?
Thank you. You know, I'm extremely blessed. I'm thankful that Sean Brady even took he had the courage and the bravery to come out here and take a chance, especially this deep into his career. I'm blessed. Thank you.
Now, you are one of the great advocates and one of the great faces ever for wrestling, but wrestling, in just a moment, is about to be challenged. We have an Olympic champion that fell to a guy from a different sport. Is Henry Cejudo going to get this back?
I believe so. I'm highly confident in Henry Cejudo. He's an Olympic champion. It's in there. He's one of the greatest combat sports athletes of all time, if not the greatest. I think he'll get it done.
Jordan, truly an honor to be standing on this stage with you. Great job tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Burroughs.
Wrestling is better with Jordan Burroughs involved in the sport. All he sees is gold. September will be a big month on the RAF schedule. First, we travel to Moscow, Russia on September 5th, where 3 world titles and a huge main event between Hamza Chimaev and Tyrone Woodley are on tap. Then, on September 19th, RAF takes over Miami with 2 more world titles on the line as Colby Chaos Covington and Wyatt Hendrickson put their respective belts on the line. RAF is offering a one-time buy one, get one ticket offer. Take advantage of this. Scan that QR code. This ends on October 24th. Act now.
Question for you. Do you have enough energy for your main event?
Our second main event, Henry Cejudo and Merab Dvalishvili. They met 6 weeks ago in Tbilisi, Georgia. Merab was down 8-0 and came back and got the W. He has beaten Cejudo in the octagon. He has beaten Cejudo on the RAF mat. Can he do it again as they compete? They clash for the 3rd time in their impressive careers.
Henry, RAF Georgia, you're up 8-0. What happened? I'm serious.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
I have never heard energy, intensity like what we are experiencing right now here in Tbilisi.
I heard the crowd and they was going crazy.
That war was out of freaking control. I wasn't just wrestling Merab. I was wrestling the Georgian people.
And Cejudo strikes first. He put the 2-0 lead.
And when he got me takedown, that I understand, but after how he rolled me left side and right side, I was shocked.
I had the ability to really go for that last turn, and I should have went for it.
It was almost over.
Anytime you're up 8-0, you know, you should be going for the kill. And particularly if you're in really, really good shape.
I always fight until end.
Single leg from Merab. It's now a 5-point match. He's got the takedown. It is 8-5. It is definite.
Luckily, I was able to do my takedowns. That's how I win the fight.
I am like so pissed off that they hadn't even seen the match.
Once down 8-0. Was nearly teched in that first period.
I got to give it to Merab because that dude is a machine.
You believe it? Merab and that's Dvalishvili. Knocks off Cejudo again.
After when they raise my hand, then I go crazy around.
He beat me that night, and it hurt, and it hurt, and it hurt. But it is what it is.
What this match teach me is I have to just always work and find a way to win.
It humbled me. And that's the beauty about wrestling. It doesn't matter how good you are, despite what you've done, the sport will humble anybody. Even though I lost that match, I felt like wrestling won.
it's time for your final main event of the evening. Please welcome Henry Cejudo.
Triple C, one of the greatest combat athletes of all time, the former UFC flyweight and bantamweight champion of the world, the fourth fighter to hold 2 belts simultaneously in the UFC. Won that Olympic title in 2008 at just 21 years old. That was 18 years ago this week. Henry Cejudo here in Cleveland to right the wrongs against Merab.
And please welcome his opponent, Merab Dvalishvili.
The Machine, the former UFC bantamweight champion, the #1 bantamweight contender in the UFC. Him and Peter Yan, the trilogy fight coming up this October. But tonight, he has Henry Cejudo in his sights. Can he do it again? The 35-year-old. The first Georgian-born champion in UFC history. This is going to be fun to watch with championship introductions one more time tonight. Mackenzie Mitchell.
The final main event of the evening is scheduled for 3 periods and is for the Real American Freestyle Lightweight Crossover Championship. Introducing first, wrestling out of the red corner from Phoenix, Arizona, a 2-division UFC champion and a 2008 Olympic champion, Henry Cejudo. And his opponent, wrestling out of the blue corner from Tbilisi, Georgia, a former UFC bantamweight champion and the current #1 ranked UFC bantam contender in the world, Merab Dvalishvili.
This main event matchup is brought to you by Brio, the official water partner of Real American Freestyle. Get clean, refreshing water and ice on demand. Use code RAF20 for 20% off at BrioWater.com. Guys, short time scoring is so important. Remember in that first encounter, Cejudo was up 8-0. Merab got that takedown in the final seconds of the first, and that match turned on a dime.
And that really made Merab so mad. He said that he did not want to let Henry score early on him in this match.
Oh, nice attack.
But it looks like that might be the case again as Henry flips him over here. Holy cow. Chair.
Yeah, Merab better move. He better move. You said it. Henry Cejudo's got Merab on his back.
He got him. He
gets the fall.
Wrestling wins. Now tonight, wrestling wins. I did not agree with Henry's previous statement. I thought wrestling was on the hot seat. Tonight, wrestling wins.
Cejudo has finally cracked the Merab code. There's a smile from Merab. Henry Cejudo not messing around tonight. And Henry Cejudo is your RAF crossover lightweight champion. Gets the 4-point throw, and he's got that right arm trapped. His adjustments gets perpendicular and squeezes the Georgian to the RAF mat and gets the fall and the title. Mackenzie Mitchell.
With a ball in 36 seconds, your winner and new Real American Freestyle Lightweight Crossover Champion, Henry Cejudo.
Cejudo presented the championship belt by Nick Hogan. I believe, I'd have to look at the record book, but I believe that might have been the fastest fall in Real American freestyle history. As Henry Cejudo running around the mat, he'll make his way to Chael Sonnen. There with Chad Bronstein.
All
Izzy Martinez.
right, before Merab leaves, hold on a second. Now, Merab, I want you right now, you took a risk tonight that you did not have to take. You guys are now one apiece. Is this settled, or will you pursue match number 3?
Absolutely. I like challenges. That's why I take this fight. Henry Cejudo was who called me out, and I said yes. Even I have a fight coming up, but no excuse. He's the Olympic champion for a reason. He beat me today, and let's go for Trilogy Pro Wrestling.
Now tell me about that exchange. He was in on a single, you were defending it, you got tipped to your back. I mean, in wrestling, there's times you get caught. It looked like tonight you just got caught.
Yeah, it's our wrestling, and if we go 10 times, will be 10 different results at like points, you know? It's not like a fight. Fight, I'm the king. But in wrestling, today he's the king.
Merab, we could not be here without you. Thank you for your participation. Merab Dvalishvili, and now, Henry, if I may have a word, you're speaking with our CEO, you're speaking with our matchmaker. What were you guys just discussing?
I said, we want everybody. We want Chael Sonnen!
I appreciate being included in this, but come on. There was a lot of pressure on you, in all fairness. You needed that match. All respect to Merab, I have to think you're feeling pretty good right now.
Oh, 100%. Dude, Merab is a machine. And a little bit of wild loss, even the first time. Chael, I've been fighting for 13 years on my feet, you know, and I took the L from him. But this time around, I knew that I had to go out there. I went out to, upstate New York, over there in Amsterdam. I had Mule Fitness, and I was able to get this victory.
Now tell me about the exchange. You were in on a single. He was defending it just right, but you got him over to his back. Were you feeling some resistance there?
Yeah, a little bit. I knew that he wasn't necessarily scrambling. So once I saw the position, I knew that I had to take over his back, and then obviously I got the pin.
All right, Henry, you got the belt, you got the victory. Is there anything you would like to leave this 10,000 live audience with?
Cody Garbrandt, you're next, bitch!
Henry Cejudo!
Triple C, your Real American Freestyle Crossover Lightweight title. It is confirmed that 36-second fall, the fastest in Real American Freestyle history. That beats the record of Khamzat Chimaev, who had a pin in 44 seconds against Dylan Dennis. 1 year anniversary show is in the book. What a night here in Cleveland. The Air Force flight of the night. Jason Nolf and Evan Wick. He's got that treetop single leg and just pushes him out of bounds. And that was feet to back for the 4-point move. Jason Nolf, who got the technical superiority, and he is your middleweight champion, a division that lost to Wick and RAF1. An amazing card tonight, Julian and Chael. This did not disappoint. What a celebration of our great sport.
Absolutely. It's been a year since we've been here, and I got to say, I don't think we're going anywhere.
When we leave, the three of us get in a car, we go back to the hotel, we have the same conversation every time. We look at each other and we say, that was the best show yet. But guys, it has been 10,000 people live. We would not be here if it wasn't for Merab. I got to give that to him. Welcome back to Jordan Burroughs. And I do want your opinion. Who was the wrestler of the night? That's a hard call, Sparks. I think it's going to go to
Jason Nolf. I'm going Jason Nolf.
I think it will.
So I would say this. Jason Nolf might be the wrestler of the night. He definitely got Air Force flight of the night, but the match of the night goes to the record-setting performance of Triple C. Henry Cejudo gets the fall in 36 seconds for the first time in 3 competitions. He knocks off the machine, Merab Dvalishvili. And that closes the night here in Cleveland. Big win for Henry Cejudo.
Does it end the rivalry, though? Are we done with those two?
Well, you heard Merab saying he liked the trilogy match.
He might be owed it, in all fairness.
The winners of RAF12 Up on the mat, you see the championship belts. David Carr retained his welterweight title. Jason Nolf, now the middleweight champion, avenging that loss to Evan Wick. And the crossover lightweight title, Henry Cejudo with that 36-second fall. It has been a blast here tonight in the land. Looking forward to kicking off year 2 in Moscow, Russia, as the confetti falls here inside Rocket Arena. Huge congratulations to Chad Bronstein, Izzy Martinez, Eric Bischoff, the entire Real American Freestyle team. It has been fast and furious in Real American Freestyle's year 1. The best, I will promise you this, the best is yet to come. One final reminder that Real American Freestyle next comes to you from Moscow, Russia on September 5th. Hamzat Shimai was everything advertised and more in his RAF 10 debut. He pinned Dylan Dennis in just 44 seconds. Now he returns to take on former UFC World Champion Tyron Woodley in our main event. Woodley with that come-from-behind win tonight in Cleveland over Joaquin Buckley. Plus, we'll have 3 world titles on the line, an event sure to be remembered. It is RAF Moscow on September 5th. Big thanks to Chris Martello, our stage manager tonight, for Chael Sonnen, Juliana Pena, and Abby Hornacek, along with our producer, John Norton, and director, Art Izquierdo. Our fantastic RAF production crew, I'm Shane Sparks saying good night from Cleveland. We'll see you next on September 5th at RAF Moscow. Good night.
What's a mine? I paid my dues. I dare you to walk a mile in these shoes. The beat in my soul just keeps getting louder. Give me some of that power. Give me some of that power. I wanna feel it in my blood. Show you that I can't be tamed. Give me some of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your main events of the night tonight? The first one is for the Real American Freestyle Light Heavyweight Championship. Please welcome your challenger, the still the Real American Freestyle Light Heavyweight Champion of the world.
Kid, one day, that belt could be yours.